run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Not down up to 37.
Oh! This is where I think we're going to see the caution. Oh! Here comes Angela, though. He'll have the run. That car, the newest below the Double Yellow Cup Series champion.
Sailor Tarot Magic from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader, known as the Nurturing Reader at New Jersey Street Fairs. You can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today.
Hello and welcome to the Below the Double Yellow Premier Series live tonight for race number 4 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Tonight's race, the Sailor Tarot Magic 150. You just saw a message from them. And this series presented by Martin Sports. Learn more about both of those sponsors for tonight's race in the video description. It's going to be a good one here from the Magic Mile as drivers try and take on this 1 mile flat track. Right now, Keith Mayato fastest in the practice session as they are wrapping up here with just a few seconds to go. So looking forward to a very exciting event here tonight. I'm Adam Baker up here in the booth with Alec Martinez. Alec, what are you looking forward to here in race number 4 tonight?
Well, I can tell you, it's going to be interesting tonight. We've seen the last 3 races be great and have amazing finishes these last few weeks, so I'm really looking forward to it. We got a lot of different guys, but familiar faces that are once again showing up. A few new drivers coming into the series. So I think we have a 35, 36 car field tonight. So I'm looking forward to it. And our first short track of the night or of the year. We've been on the big 2 mile and all the big 2 miles. So we've had thrilling finishes lately, and we've had great racing all around this year. And I think New Hampshire can provide just that. So. I'm looking forward to it, and I think there's going to be a lot of beating and banging tonight, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the case as well. This track, a little bit of a short track, like you said, but races, you know, very uniquely compared to a lot of other tracks on the NASCAR circuit. This Northeast track, I'm familiar with a lot of these up in my area here in New York. We've got, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 of these within 100 miles. So this is the common type of racing that you'll see up here in the Northeast. But it's going to be elbows out for sure tonight. We've had incredible races the first 3 weeks, pretty much photo finishes. Last week being, I think, the largest margin of victory at about 6/10. So that tells you how competitive it's been here. Adam Cabot leads the point standings. Keith Mayato, the guy on the racetrack right here on your screen, currently second in the standings, only a few behind him. As he goes to the top of the charts, Zach Carr goes to second. Yeah, looking pretty fast already for some of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think qualifying is going to be definitely the most important, one of the more important ones. We know New Hampshire's still a little hard to pass, so it's going to be something guys are going to have to watch out for. These cars they've been on edge this year, and no different this year as we were the last few weeks. So Keith Mayato, man, he's been on a hot streak lately, and just hasn't got that win yet, but I think it's very close for him. So it's going to be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. Again, competitive, a lot of competitive guys here So I'm looking forward to seeing if we get a third different winner this year in 4 races. So, man, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, Yusuf Ghali making his first start here. A name that might be familiar to some of you from the VRL, Virtual Racing League. He's making his debut here in Below the Double Yellow, but not a good start to that lap there. He'll actually looks like he's going to reset and try again. Speaking of VRL, the VRL machine and Reggie Ortega goes through the grass here on his second lap, but he does have a time in 17th quick at the moment. Right now, Keith Mato, Eric Hutton, the top of the charts. Hutton, one of the commentators for the Monday night league here. Yeah, so...
I got to give Eric... Maybe Eric is learning a few extra things on Mondays compared to some of the guys on Tuesdays, just from watching. So, I remember that was a big thing last year, where a lot of guys that were in the booth on Saturday would end up winning on Sunday. So, yeah, a little extra track time never hurt anybody, or just watching it helps, see the different lines that work and all that. So
I do recall, I believe Eric Hutton has a win here in the Xfinity Series in this league.
Last year.
Yeah.
Last year, Eric, it was AJ Stravado and Keith Mato coming to the checkered, and they made some contact, and Eric Hutton slipped right on through and was able to win the race. So I'm sure Keith or AJ and AJ are probably hoping not to do that again. And Keith, man, he's going to be starting on the pole tonight. Man, I tell you, man, I think this is going to be Keith's best shot again to win this year, at least that we've seen. I think this one he can flat out dominate. We know this is one of his better tracks, so I'm really looking forward to seeing Keith probably be the fastest car and probably be the car to beat tonight.
Yeah, I think that may be the case. The car to beat so far this season, though, that's been Adam Cabot, 2-time race winner already in the first 3 weeks. His teammate Bailey Turner took the win last week. Currently, Adam is 15th out of 22 qualifiers. Not where he wants to be, but he's got that new sponsor on the race car. Just announced that. The Atlas Air Products machine. So cool to see. What was that?
Sponsor on that 17.
Yeah. See if he can take it to victory lane once again tonight. Ryan Gemmel qualifying in the top 10 so far. Looks like there's nobody else on the racetrack. So only 22 with a lap time out of the 30-plus drivers here tonight. So it's going to be tough to make some passes. Interesting for these guys to start from the back. See what they can do. Let's take a look at those track conditions as well. 80-degree air temp, 100-degree track temp. So it's going to be a little bit slick, but nothing that these guys can't handle, I don't think.
No, they've been handling a lot slicker conditions this year, so
yeah.
I would expect them to be a little bit better, at least for handling. But I think from what I've seen, we know that these guys are going to be on edge on exit to the corners. It's always been a New Hampshire thing. Got to keep the rears under you, at least on the exit of the corners. And it's something that has always been a New Hampshire thing. And gets a little tight in the center, but then the rear end unloads and it just starts kicking out. So it's gonna be fun tonight. So I think the real question is, are we going to see a new winner?
Yeah, I think we very well might. There are definitely guys who are more short track specialists, and we were just talking about Eric Hutton. Oh, as that car slams the outside wall here, trying to get back up to speed off pit road, so he will probably call it done there for the qualifying session. Eric Hutton, we've seen him run incredibly well at short tracks in this league in the past. It's been a couple seasons since he has gotten a victory on a short track in the Cup cars, but with this good starting spot, I think he may have some speed here to challenge Keith Mato. Got a couple other new names. Willie Nelson.
What a name! I love that name. I love it. Love it. And I don't think he's the country singer.
I don't think so.
It's cool.
He's gonna be starting 11th here tonight, right next to Ryan Gemmel, Brody Hayes, AJ Stravado. Seth Hatchell, he was a little bit off in practice, I saw, outside the top 20 in speed, but qualifies 13th, so...
Whack, I think is another talking point. 20th. I mean, he's been the contender, last 2 weeks here on the bigger tracks, and man, he should be starting from deep in the field, He's going to have a lot of cars to pass, and, midfield is usually, especially at a track like this, it's crazy, a lot of bumpers, door banging, especially on the restarts, and even the start I think will be more laid back, but if he can at least claw his way through the field in the first run, It'll be interesting. I think he'll be able to get up there as well. He's been contending. He's led laps in every single race this season. So, going to be a little bit harder to lead tonight, I feel like, especially with starting 20th in the field. So, he's got a long way to go, but I think, he's one of the guys that can definitely get up there. So, I'm looking forward to seeing, what can happen here.
Yeah, with the 18 back there. Also, Chris Samard, the New Hampshire native. I would expect him to run up towards the front. I've personally battled against him here at this racetrack. That was back in the Gen 6 cars pre-Camaro, so quite a while ago. But man, he is definitely solid at these flat, short ovals. And his family with a racing history at these types of racetracks in the real world. So definitely keep an eye on that 37 as well. Anybody we want to pull up in here and talk to before we get to rolling off here in a bit?
We talk to Jeff Wright.
Right, sure.
All right.
I don't know if I want to do 150.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey there, brother.
You got a copy, brother?
I got a copy.
All right, well, you're in the booth now. I got to ask you, you're qualified fourth so far. How are we feeling for this race, and how are your teammates feeling? Because I was going to ask you, but I never got the time to. So, how are you guys feeling for this race tonight?
Yeah, we're pretty split right now on the team. Seems like Michael Sturgill, he's pretty excited. He's ready to go. Reggie and myself in practice didn't have a whole lot of confidence, but I surprised myself there with the qualifying P4. We'll see if that sits. Still got about a minute 30 left here in Q, but that's about as good as I can ask for qualifying. So we're just going to try to stay out of trouble tonight. I don't know if we got, blistering race winning speed or anything, but I think, if we can just keep it, here in the top 10, just kind of stay out of trouble, I think we can find a rhythm here and have a pretty good race.
Yeah, well, I know New Hampshire's one of your better tracks as well, and I think you'll stay up there for sure. So, wishing you good luck, man, and go get them out there.
Hey, appreciate you.
Jeff Wright.
Jeff Wright. And he on team Dark Smoke Racing, currently third in the standings there. Right now it is the Sad Boys Racing at the top. Adam Cabot, Bailey Turner, the two different winners this season. They currently have a pretty commanding hold on that team championship at the moment. Adam Cabot, of course, points season points season leader as well. Keith Mayato second. Bailey Turner jumped to third after last week. Matthews Watkins, that car in the top 5 coming into tonight's race. So all of those guys still well within, reaching the top of the standings here tonight. So we'll see how things go. Definitely all guys that you expect to come out and challenge for a win each week.
Oh yeah. Actually, I mean, would you say last week was more of an upset with Bailey Turner? Turner's been great this year. He was good at Fontana and he was really good at Daytona. Led a lot of laps at Daytona. But this year so far, it just seems that what a strategy that Bailey was able to pull off. I think we both counted him out, thinking he wasn't going to make it on fuel, and then he ended up making it on fuel. So I don't think we'll see any fuel strategy tonight, but I think it's possible. So I'm looking forward to it. I personally think we're getting a new winner, but I don't know how everybody else is going to feel about that.
Yeah, I think it's very, very possible. I mean, completely different style racetrack. Keith Mayato currently rolling off from the front here tonight. Has a good shot at it. So Mayato will lead them to the green flag here tonight with a 30.374 lap time to take the pole. Eric Hutton just 1/100th off of that. He'll roll off from the second spot. Starting in third, it'll be Zach Carr. Jeff Wright starts from the 4th position here tonight. Joshua Banks rolls off 5th. Ben Bafford going to be starting in the 6th position. 7th will be last week's winner, Bailey Turner. Michael Sturgill rolls off 8th. Brian Gemmel starts from the 9th position, and Brody Hayes rounds out the top 10.
Willie Nelson will be starting 11th. AJ Stravado will be starting 12th. The two-time champion Seth Hatchell will be starting 13th. Sartaj Mon will be starting 14th. Adam Cabot, he's won twice this season. Can he make it a third in that number 17? He's got a new sponsor on it. And that red and black Chevrolet Camaro will be starting 15th. Jeremy Miller, 16th. The New Hampshire native Chris Samard, 17th. Reggie Ortega, 18th. Luke Knupp in 19th. And Matthew Zwack will be starting 20th.
Nick Gardner rolls off 21st. Angelo Ronas, 22nd. 23rd, Dylan Parker. 24th, Skylar Shackelford. 25th, Yusuf Gali. 26th, Dane Cruz. 27th, Eddie Trejo. 28th, Jeremiah Vincent. 29th, Dallas Sullivan. 30th is Eric Lambert. 31st will be Henry Tabor. 32nd, Dennis Fairclough. 33rd, Alan Dice. 34th, Kyle McGarvey. 35th, Kyle Payne. And rounding out the field here tonight, Jordan Brockel in 36th position. Good size field once again tonight. We are really on a roll here these
Field, I
first.
think.
Yeah, it is actually. I mean, they could go up to 40, but
They go to 40, but you know what we've been seeing this year, it's around a full cup field. Maybe they get 37 every now and then, but now as the pace truck's just about to roll, and it is starting to roll. Got one lap of pacing here. I gotta ask you, who's your pick?
my pick tonight. You know what? This is going to be a little bit unusual of a pick, honestly. Seth Hatchell. He's starting 13th, but you know, Seth, one of those guys with long run speed. I think he could work his way forward, put himself in good position to win this race.
I'm telling you, it's the easiest pick to have today, and he's been the best all season, relatively. He's starting on pole. I know it's a little, but I just think it's his time to shine. He's been red hot this season. I think Keith Maato's finally going to get his first win this season. I think it's just time for him to win in that 36.
Not a bad pick. I kind of left you the easy one there, I think.
You kind of left me, and I was like, I hope you don't take it, but you didn't. So I was like, okay, I might as well.
Well, we'll see what he can do here as the field working through turns 3 and 4 to get us going tonight. Cheer on your favorite driver. Let us know you're out there, who you're rooting for, and who do you think is going to win tonight's race. As the pace truck pulls in, working into the Geico restart zone, Mayato gets on the gas pedal and off and away here at New Hampshire for the Sailor Tarot Magic 150. As they dive into turn 1, Mayato leads now by a car length and a half over Zach Carr. The top line fading just a little bit already.
Going to be really careful under braking and getting these brakes a little bit warm and getting tires warm as well. Cold tires going to be very treacherous these opening laps. Everybody relatively calm. Joshua Banks making a pass on Eric Hutton. So far, nobody making any crazy moves. Some 3 wide back in the pack, but everybody relatively calm here for this first lap here at New Hampshire.
Yeah, Bailey Turner looked low there on Jeff Wright and Eric Hutton, and Wright goes way up the racetrack. Here comes Bailey Turner. Now going to try and shoot the gap down low. And, almost in the wall for the 48. Oh, and Carr's bouncing off the wall farther back. That may have been Luke Knupp. I'm not sure. Contact, though. Sturgill gets in the back of Hutton. Getting antsy already up here. A little bit surprising with so many laps. And Carr in the wall a little bit farther back there. That is Sartaj Maan.
Everybody's not as calm as I thought they would be, but I know track is going to be hard to get. You can see almost a little contact at the 49 and the 17, but everybody right now is single file up to Sturgill's. Oh, we got a caution.
Oh, and Carr,
Dice.
the 31.
Trejo goes around as well. Looks like Alan Dice spun.
Take a look here what brought this one out. He lost it really early in the corner there. Not exactly
These
sure.
cars do not like to go on that flat part. For whatever reason, I don't know, but these cars just can't handle it. I think it's the underbody and that diffuser, and it looked like he went right in the middle of it, and I think they just instantly spun him around. Why these cars don't like it, I don't know, but he's trying to avoid Henry Tabor, then he just gets loose. Yeah, and that banking kind of carries him around and just spins him.
And Eddie Trejo went around separately. Did he get hit by somebody, or maybe the
he's
same?
On that flat part. You can see.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
In the middle, it just goes around. It's so weird. Not sure why the car doesn't like that, but it's just this is a track where that shows. We know this car doesn't like bumps, and right down there's a big bump in the middle of the corner, and especially with that transition, that car will just come right around.
I think Luke Knupp also got really loose there racing with Nick Gardner. Yeah, look at that. He almost lost it. Good save though from the 29. So it looks like about lap 4 is when these guys start to lose the handle, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
I think you and I know enough that we've seen New Hampshire. It gets a little tight, and then it also gets really loose off the corner, depending on the setup. We know that these cars, especially these cars, are more on the edge. You get these things any bit loose, and they can come around from you. And I know here, at least at New Hampshire, we know it gets tight center, and then the car, once it loads, it gets really loose off. So it's all about saving those rear tires. I think that's going to be a big thing tonight on who can save tires and who don't.
You guys stopped there for fuel and some for tires. So Trejo takes 4. Jeremiah Vincent extended pit stop. Currently still is on pit road. Maybe contact at some point with the outside wall. But the car looks pretty good to me, so I'm not sure if it's be a little bit of a bathroom break or something like that. Kyle Payne, I think, started from the pits, and he is 2 laps down. But the list of cars that stopped there for fuel: Luke Canup, Dylan Parker, Henry Tabor, and Dean Cruz maybe took 2. Not exactly sure about that.
People will be taking tires. Maybe some guys taking 4, but I don't know. You never know.
There's Eric Lambert stopping, as well as Alan Dice. Looks like just fuel for both of those drivers. A little bit extra in the tank could make a difference in this race.
You never know. You never know. I think they'll probably be able to get, if I had to take a guess, probably 70 laps on fuel, most likely. 70, maybe 80, but you never know here. I don't think we're going to be having to talk about fuel at the end, but again, anything is possible, so can't put it past yet. We saw last week at Pocono, but Pocono is more of a track where we see fuel mileage races, and Bailey Turner played that perfectly with having enough fuel to make it to the end, but so far, I mean, could be a good strategy, could not. Maybe they're just trying to get into the MAC here.
Yeah, that is a safe call as well. Maybe preserve your stuff and save a set of tires for some point later in the race if we get enough yellow flags, but I don't think that's going to be an issue here with this only being a 150-mile race.
You know what I realized?
What's that?
They call this track the Magic Mile.
Yes, sir, the Magic Mile.
And there's only one man that I know has the name Magic in it, and that's Adam Cabot with the Magic Man.
Well,
I really think about that.
He hasn't worked too much magic yet, only up 1 position. But yeah, I mean,
most 7 laps in, so
he's been pretty aggressive at the start of a lot of these races, though. Where I think Auto Club was one where he gained 10 or 15 spots in the first 10 laps or so, and so
you know he went on a tear at least the last 10 laps at Daytona, because he sped I think twice, and then he still came over to the front and won the race. So yeah.
Don't count him out, that's for sure. The 36 of Mayato and the 35 of Joshua Banks lead us back to the green flag here. And early in the zone, Mayato off and away. Good jump there. Joshua Banks going to try and hang on to second, but here comes Zach Carr going to dive to the inside. Can he make the pass, get back to where he started in that second position? But Mayato already scooting away.
A lot of stack up on the bottom and in the corner. See Banks gets loose. Everybody double file until right after Zach Carr. A lot of guys double, and then not really any single file. Cabot setting it up the outside. I believe that's AJ Stravado on the inside. This is Willie Nelson as well with Stravado in the middle. Miller making some time up as well. You can see all these guys side by side down this front stretch. Guys going to try to find a way to get in line here. It's 3 wide mid-pack. Nobody else really making any moves. At least Jeff Wright sliding on the entry of the corner.
See Eric Hutton make that big dive bomb move there underneath. That was Seth Hatchell, and he actually got it to stick Carr in the wall, though. The 49 around.
Oh, whack! Oh my gosh, what a hit! Oh, he's upside down. What an incident!
No caution, though, because they're off the racing surface. Sartaj Mann and Matthew Zwack
up and over on the tire barriers.
See what happened. The 49, he comes up the track, catches the 16 down the track, and then Zwack. Oh my gosh.
That's got to be the hardest hit I've ever seen at New Hampshire.
I think probably just unexpected, and he couldn't stop. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
No caution, though, because they ended up off the racing surface, and he's going to be done.
Flip this year. I just realized that is the first flip this year, and it wasn't even at Daytona or Talladega.
Not where you would expect it.
Wow.
Here at the Magic Mile, but
we got some racing. We got some door bagging with Wright and Hayes.
They are racing hard there. The 48 up top, the 10 down low, as they still race side by side. Now the 10 of Brody Hayes clears him. Here goes the crossover as Wright tries to send it in. Can't get there, so Brody Hayes now moves into the 6th position. Behind them, Eric Hutton. I'm not sure what happened to Hutton. He was supposed to roll off 2nd all the way back to 8th right now. And Gemmel right there behind him, racing it up with Michael Sturgill.
Yeah, Miller and Stravado almost making a little contact there behind them. And then you can see Sturgill underneath, I believe that's Ryan Gemmel. Sturgill loose off the corner. Able to keep it at the front, though. No real changes. Mayato still continuing to scoot
away
a little bit.
Look at this back here. Oh, my gosh. 3-4 wide for a moment. Dallas really slow. Not sure if he's having issues or trying to save tires. But they are really getting racy back here. The 42 of Kyle McGarvey almost catches That was the 29 of Luke Knupp, but they are,
Look at these guys.
I don't know if they're struggling or saving tires or what they're doing back here, but they are racing hard.
A little shove to the 29.
Oh.
Oh, Parker! Can he save it? Wow,
He
what a
does.
save by Dylan.
He just
Again,
sent it
you see
in.
You see that apron?
Oh, and
you
he's
know, get
still.
it- Oh, man, he is trying to save it. Yeah, we saw another product of getting on that apron. You get on it, it just doesn't like it. I can tell you that. But so far, like you can see now on your screen, Zach Carr has ran down Keith Mayotte, but Mayotte might be saving, or Zach Carr just might have a little more pace. The reigning champion on the bumper.
Otto doesn't give him an opportunity to get alongside, though. Still out in front, actually stretched out just a bit there out of turn 2.
Really haven't talked about either is Joshua Banks. He's up into the 3rd position, and behind them, Bailey Turner and Ben Baffert were side by side and now are continuing to be side by side. Baffert can't carry that momentum off. It's a little too loose up there. Oh, Gardner and Shackelford make contact for the 18th position. Everybody else seems to be kind of starting to, straggle out here a little bit. Baffert and Turner still going at it, the 24 and the 23. But side by side, I believe only is still Miller and Stravato. They've been side by side for like 10 laps now.
Oh, I think there's a car around farther back. Then it's Faircloth.
He saved it. He's good.
Yeah, he saved it, but I think he was all the way 90
Yeah, he
degrees.
was- yeah,
Oh
he
my
can't-
goodness.
We see that
Wow.
apron. Wow. Surprising no caution.
He was too
You
far
can
down.
see that apron just gets him. I don't know why. But yeah, these cars just definitely don't like it.
Side by side here for, this is the 4th position. And farther back, Stravato lost a lot of momentum right there. Hatchell's going to go by him as well as Jeremy Miller. Here comes Reggie Ortega is going to look to the inside. And that is tight
They got almost
racing.
split up into him.
Chris Samard right there behind them, up 1 position as well. Hard racing here in the first 20 laps. Very surprising to see these guys pushing quite as hard as they are.
Car,
As-
what happened to car?
Oh, he lost it. He just lost a ton of speed. What happened here? Just, same thing, hit the bump.
The apron?
He saved it, though. Didn't catch the apron, just like a bump in the center of the
That was
corner
wild.
there.
Yeah, it looked like it just slid. Oh, yeah, you can see the car bottom out. Wow. That's so weird.
Able to hang on to it all the way back to 6th, though. Right in the hornet's nest between Bailey Turner and
Yeah,
Jeff
those
Wright.
Those rears are mad on that 27.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Got to stay out of that lane right there. He's got to come up the hill a little bit farther, I think. Pretty much single file at the moment. Let's take a look a little bit farther back. There may be some action. It doesn't look to be the case. Pretty well single file as Jeff Wright up the hill catches the wall just a bit. And Keith Mayotto's, he's not feeling as much pressure at the moment. Joshua Banks about a half second behind. Those two have just completely driven away from Ben Pafford and Brody Hayes. But Brody Hayes, again, impressive performance for the rookie here. He is up in the top 5 once again.
And Hayes was actually pretty good in practice on Thursday when they were building the setup. Brody was really fast, and he looked actually faster than Mayotte on long runs. But now as he gets track position, can he actually take it to his teammate is the question. But Hayes definitely a strong showing for his rookie season so far. Had a great run at Pocono, and continuing so far and backing it up here at New Hampshire with a great run as well.
Definitely a good run. Joshua Banks as well. He's had a very good season so far. Impressive recovery at Auto Club where he had multiple issues. Ended up with a top 5 in that race. And also last week had some good speed. I'm not sure if he was collected in an incident there, but things going on right here inside the top 10. Bailey Turner just lost a lot of momentum. He'll lose his spot to Zach Carr. Now Eric Hutton goes on through.
Hayes up to the outside of Baffert.
Oh.
They do it back a little bit. And Hayes has to check up. Baffert goes through for the position. And I know Baffert, he's definitely had a few guys mad at him this year for contact there. And I'm sure Brody Hayes is not going to be too happy after that contact right there. Cabot, you can see him behind the 90th Sturgill. They're making contact with Gimmel. Gimmel gets shoved at the track. Cabot takes that position for the blitz for the 10th position. Cabot up to the top 10. Everybody else pretty single file so far. Zach Carr really just sliding that back end out, I can tell you.
Now, we were talking about elbows out at the beginning of the broadcast, and it's about that time, I guess. there's a lot of bobbling going on, and a lot of guys, once they get side by side, they know they've got to use those composite bodies a little bit here to make the pass. It's so tough to get by otherwise. Right now, Keith Maddle, he's not too worried about that. He's still got that comfortable cushion. And Ben Baffert now 2.6 seconds behind as they race into turns 1 and 2. Brody Hayes trying to get back to his bumper. Maybe give him a little shot here.
Nothing yet.
Still a little bit of distance there, but just about a car length. And Jeff Wright, he's seeing Zach Carr, who's on a recovery drive to get back into the top 3. He gets a good run in the center of the corner there. Closes right up to the back of the 48.
Comes Hayes again on Baffert. Hayes looking down to the inside here, and he's going to send it in there. Is it going to stick? Looks like it will.
May just repay the favor right here, but stays off of the 23. Stays alongside, actually, onto the straightaway. Going to give him a little side draft action as Cabot jumps out of line behind Sturgill.
Hayes is trying that bottom, just slides up the track, and now Baffert trying to pin him down on that bottom. Baffert looks like he just doesn't have the rear drive where Hayes does. Continues to try on that bottom. It's just going to take a lot. Might have to feed him a fender here if he really felt like it. You know, we've seen Baffert door Hayes already, so will it make it stick is the question. Baffert just doesn't have the rear drive. Hayes loose off the corner, both off the corner. And you can see behind them Jeff Wright and now Bailey Turner, or sorry, Eric Hunt looking underneath Zach Carr for the, I believe that's the 6th position. Hayes still can't just clear Baffert. Looks like he'll be able to off the corner. Hayes will get the spot. Ooh, Hutton and Carr make some contact, it looked like.
Yeah, Carr, I think, caught the wall, or he lost a lot of speed. Look at all of these cars just drive right on by. The 80, I think Dennis Faircloth.
Is it Faircloth?
Yep, he went around. Here come the leaders right up to him, but he'll get rolling. Take a look. What we saw from a lot of guys here, but instead of the bottom lane, it was the top lane. Back end just steps out on him.
Yeah, just gets loose. Tries to lock it down there. Just gets away from him and then into the grass. Yeah.
Good job not hitting anything, but he's going to lose all the track position back to 30th now. I guess he kind of lost it from his spin earlier, but never want to go around there. And lose even more track position. He is able to continue, though. Single car spin. Keith Mayato, your race leader, has led every single lap. This is becoming a trend here, seemingly. Had the pole 2 weeks in a row, and I think he led about the first 50 laps or so last week at Pocono to only...
The first 60 laps at Pocono.
Yeah.
I think everybody's going to bring it down here into pit road. It looks like everybody will. No, this is going to be interesting here. Don't want to miss your stall here. I can tell you that. Track position, you might be paying for it later in the race here. I think these guys have 5 sets, or 4 sets in the pit, so now that'll knock it down to 3 sets. Pit every 25 laps, and I believe you'd be fine.
Nicely in the box for Mayato. Actually, like, perfect stop right there. We'll see what he can do. He can get out first here. If anybody tries to take 2 tires, I think that would be a risky call, though, this early in the race.
Loose.
Yeah.
Oh, Hayes, good pit stop. Hayes will be able to overtake Banks. Baffert. Oh, there are 3 guys. They're going to have to sort that out. I don't know. Man, Baffert really was going on the end of pit road there. I don't think he'll get a penalty, but man, a lot of stacking up here.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Eddie Trejo's still on the racetrack.
I think he might be just trying to get a lap lit.
Hasn't led one
It'd be
yet.
bold if he stayed out, because 30 lap old tires, and he spun, so... he is going to stay out. Okay, well, Keith Mayato will not lead every lap. It's going to be hard for Eddie to stay up on those old tires. He's going to have to be really careful.
Who our
biggest, to get the lucky dog.
biggest movers are so far in this. Trejo up a ways, but that's just by nature of staying out. Brody Hayes up 6 spots from 10th to 4th. Adam Cabot up 4 positions from 15th to 11th. Other than that, too many big movers in this one. A few guys that have lost quite a few spots.
I think Eric Hutton's lost a few. Bailey Turner. Joshua Banks has stayed kind of even where he's been. Banks actually has some pace in that car. Zach Carr's fallen back a little bit after that mistake, getting loose off of 2. Ryan Gimmel has kind of stayed where he is. Not a lot of movement, not a ton of movement so far.
Wonder if we can pull anybody up in here quickly to talk to while we're working under. Have we talked to Skylar Shackelford at all this season?
We did it in qualifying.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna talk to him.
All right.
All right, Skylar Shackelford, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Nothing much, man. We're out here watching you wheel it out here. Right now, I believe you're in 20th, but you've made a lot of ground up so far. So I gotta ask, how are you feeling for the rest of this race so far?
Definitely a little, probably a little out of practice to say the least. I actually didn't run any hot laps because I was out, so I actually barely made the race in time. So I'm just trying to take my time and get a feel for the track, get a feel for the car, and just see if I can pick them off one by one. Hopefully, be there at the end.
Heck yeah. Well, we wish you good luck, man, and go get them.
All right. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Skylar Shackelford, 20th. He's gained 4 spots in this. Gonna put him right in the middle of all that action we saw at the beginning of the last run.
Well, Eddie's got to be careful. We've seen that no guys can really go on that apron, and especially with 30-lap old tires, not going to be something you're going to want to do. So, hopefully he doesn't spin out in front of the entire field. I think Eddie's good enough where that won't happen. But he's got to be really easy here, and everybody's going to eat him up on this restart with how old his tires are. He's going to really have to be careful here.
Into the restart zone, 31 stacks him up. Big stack up,
big
big.
stack up on the back. Oh, cut. Oh, Miller, big crash.
Oh my
At the
goodness,
field
it's
involved.
a track blocker. That car, or that's Shackelford right there, going around Stravato, Hatchell.
Ortega, I believe Ortega's front end.
Oh.
Cruising McGarvey. And then,
my
yeah,
goodness.
Shackelford's in. I believe Ortega might be done. Miller with a lot of contact.
You were the
Again, and that's
started.
just a product of what happened there on the restart. Spun his tires.
Oh.
Ooh.
Here we go. We're going to take a look at it now. Jeremy Miller, the bright pink machine right there in the middle of your screen. AJ Stravato behind him. They stack up big. Sends him around, catches Hatchell, who gets hit.
Oh, then Nelson, and then Shackelford, Dice,
Oh, my
Parker,
goodness.
Tabor.
I tell you what, Seth Hatchell just, I mean, he got as lucky as you could, really. Well, a little contact there.
Little
But
contact. Didn't
But, I
Cruz
mean,
got used up still, yeah.
he was sitting sideways on the racetrack.
I want to go to the front and see where that really all started. Oh, Samard too. I did
Oh.
not see that. Samard and I believe Canup as well. At least a 10-car wreck.
I think that started with really the 31.
I mean, I'd love to get a view of up at the front of what happened, so we could really see. I think it looked like to me. Oh.
Taking a look right here.
I mean, yeah, he stacks up, but
Oh.
I don't really know what you could.
They all just try to anticipate the start. You can see
Yeah.
the 24 tries to jump it, the 90 thinks
then-
he's, and then they
yeah.
all try to jump it.
And then, yeah, Miller gets hit, and then it sends him squirrely trying to stay in the gas, and then everybody.
Oh.
So here's a problem. Oh, man, look at that. Just everybody in the restart was in there. So here's the problem from what I'm seeing. A lot of guys got trapped behind the pace car.
Oh, yeah. They're all going to be a lap down here. And there's a lot of good cars, too. So this is going to really change things up. I'm not sure if the admins will give them a wave around. That's kind of a scoring issue. It looks like Reggie Ortega also looks like he broke the right or the left front there. So he's going to be done. Shackelford around the 42, the 26. Yusuf Ghali, I think, just narrowly stayed off of everyone there. But Stravato
Yeah.
going to have some
Did he
damage.
break a toe link?
Oh,
Yeah, he might
yeah.
have.
Left front's broken on that car. Samard.
That's unfortunate. Samard might have also broke one. And Samard has just not been having the season I believe he was hoping for. It was very promising after last year, and then this year he's just been caught up in a lot of people's accidents that weren't his.
And Hatchell is actually still sitting on pit road. I don't think he has a broken toe link, but maybe they have to fix something or the
Definitely
suspension.
has some damage.
Oh, he's rolling now.
Yeah, Stravato, what lap down? Gauli's, I believe he's trapped a lap down as well as Luke Canup. That's interesting. Samard, man, that had to at least been a 5-10 car pileup. That was at least a 10-car pileup, I should say.
Yeah, that was a track blocker. I mean, you don't see
That
that
was-
very
well,
often.
yeah. We only ever see that, here we see that there's an inside and outside wall. You know, we only really see that at like Martinsville, Bristol,
Dover,
those
maybe.
tracks. Dover, yeah, Dover as well. So, but yeah, definitely something you don't want to see happen this early into the race. Only 35 laps in, and you know, 3, 4, 5 cars already out of the race.
Yeah, Lambert, Sartaj Maan, Matthew Swack, and Jordan Brackel, they all take it behind the wall. There are multiple cars, multiple laps down, starting with Alan Dice in 28th. Kyle Payne, Stravato, Samard, and Ortega, they are all multiple laps down. And looks like none of them are back on the racetrack at this point. Kyle Payne actually pulls it back out there, and Alan Dice is rolling. But Stravato still sitting on the pit lane. So going to be an issue for him. Not going to be a great finish for the driver of the 33, who's had kind of an up and down season start. Mato, once again, he'll lead us to the start.
Ben Baffert up on his outside, then Hayes, Banks, or the next few rows, Jeff Wright, Eric Hunt behind them. Mayato up on the gas. Great restart. Baffert spins his tires. And now on the bottom is Brody Hayes in the 10. He's also already up to second. Cabot makes contact with the 27 of Zach Carr. Carr goes shoved up the racetrack. No other contact just yet, but Carr gets moved up the racetrack by Adam Cabot. Other than that, everybody seems pretty calm. Right now, jumps underneath Baffert, then Turner underneath Hutton. And it looks like everybody's trying to sort it out here.
And these guys up at the front racing hard right now. Bailey Turner to the inside. Oh, and Mayato bringing it to pit lane?
The heck? Oh, he jumped the restart.
Oh, no. Was he not the race leader?
He was. He jumped the restart. You cannot go in the you can only go at a certain part of the restart box. Michael Sturgill spins off of turn 2 and he slams the guardrail.
Trying to find him here. Oh my goodness, he is still rolling, but
he's fine.
Take a look here.
Oh.
Oh, the left front is broken on that car. Well,
or is it? No, he might be good.
It was
Oh,
broken
no,
for a
it's not
second.
broken. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's dragging.
I know, but look at the top 3. Brody Hayes, Joshua Banks, and Jeff Wright. Your top 3, all rookies in the BTDY Cup Series.
That is pretty cool to see. You don't get that very often in this very competitive league, but obviously a lot of talent, even from the newcomers, as Brody Hayes leading.
Pit road.
Oh, man.
1 lap down.
Oh, he's got the speed to recover. He's just got to keep the car clean to try and make that.
Climb now. We're going to have to pull him in and see what happened there, but at the front, Joshua Banks, Brody Hayes battling for the lead. Brody Hayes, I said, he's a good sleeper, and I don't know if you could consider an upset if Brody Hayes was able to win this race, but Hayes has had good speed these last 2 races. Definitely somebody we didn't have coming into any race this year, thinking that no offense to him that could win, but Hayes proven us wrong, and that's probably good, and I'm glad to see him run up front here.
Yeah, the 35 of Joshua Banks, he got right to the bumper there into turn number 3, stayed off of him, but lost a little ground out of turn 4. Look at this, though, working about a lane lower. Brody kind of lets it drift up the hill, but they are so close on exit. And a good drive off for Joshua Banks that time.
Jeff Wright is loving what he's seeing. Banks looks like he just has a little more pace than him, at least in the center of the corner and off. Oh, we got a caution.
That is the 29.
And up.
Up, yeah, losing it on the backstretch here.
Around. And Yusuf Ali should get the lucky dog here.
Could be an opportunity if everybody else pits as well, though. Keith Mayato could take away
we'll
around.
Mixed bag of guys pitting, so that'll be interesting. I'm curious to see. He get hit.
Got a little help from Jeremy Miller, possibly. Let's take a look.
Right behind Shackelford. Looks like there's nothing there. Gets loose. And
He just lost it. He gets.
Oh, right in front of Miller.
Yeah, he gets up into the 30, but not anything that the
bad
30 or the 90 rather. Oh no, that is the 30. Yeah. Jeremy Miller, nothing he could do.
Yeah.
Kind of a harmless spin though. Really no damage, I think, for either car. They will both continue on.
I know he's probably heated at the moment, but should we pull Keith on? I'm just really curious to see what the penalty was for.
Yeah, we could pull him in and talk to him, see what he can do here, or what he's thinking.
Keith Mon, I got a copy.
10-4.
I know you're probably not too happy, but we were dying to know what happened and why'd you get penalized?
I was penalized for passing Eddie in the restart zone.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, 2 cautions ago. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate you clarifying. I'm sure you'll have no problem getting up to the lead lap. So, we wish you good luck, and I'm sure you'll be up at the front at the end of this thing. So, good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You can tell probably not happy. Yeah, that's interesting. We saw Trejo spin the tires in that one pile up, but kind of surprised they gave him the penalty there. So that's unfortunate if Keith Motto still stuck a lap down, dominating another race and not being able to be there at the front. But his teammate Brody Hayes is leading this field right now. So
Yeah, I mean, it's almost better to have trouble early, though, like that. So he
yeah,
has
for sure.
kind of all race to recover and could play a strategy game. Maybe a 2-tire call later in the race could get him back up there. But
how about guys that we haven't talked about in the top 10? Angelo Ronis, Nick Gardner, Ryan Gimmel all up in the top 10 right now. Avoiding all the chaos. Dennis Fairclough, Dylan Parker, Kyle McGarvey just outside.
yeah, this is impressive for Dennis Faircloth. I mean, he spun twice already. And
he's having some problems in practice and wasn't too confident, but so far finding a groove in 11th right now.
yeah, he gained a lot of positions, made it through that restart chaos, it appears. And yeah, up here 11th. Nick Gardner also, he had a car get turned off his nose. So yeah, these guys, they've been in things, but the car's still looking pretty good and still have the track position. Ryan Gemmel up to 8th position. Abbott still one of the biggest movers, up 8 spots to 7th now.
And tough break for Matthew Swack. Still, what a hit he took. I still can't
Yeah.
remember how he just killed that inside wall and yeah, just flipped. Definitely the hardest hit this year, I would say.
Definitely a huge hit. I mean, we did have a couple really big hits. Was that at Daytona? Yeah, I think there was
Was it at
one
Daytona?
wreck at Daytona where maybe James Loveland, he had a big hit there. There was a couple other ones where cars got knocked around 2 or 3 times and huge hits. But that one definitely head-on collision with the inside barrier, goes flipping. We haven't seen that really at all this season.
Yeah,
But thank goodness for the tire barrier there at least.
that would definitely hurt that tire. You hit that tire barrier.
Brody Hayes out in front. Joshua Banks. He has yet to lead this race, I think, in that 35 machine. Maybe he's led a lap or two, but yeah.
I don't know if he has.
Look here, no laps led, but he's restarted second quite a few times now. Can he?
He had a little more pace than the 10 that last restart, so curious to see if we can keep it up here.
Got that outside line. If he can time it right, he might be able to hold Brody down here as the pace truck rolls off. It'll be the 10 of Brody Hayes into the restart zone. Good jump there on that start. And Joshua Banks has nothing for him there. He'll try and hang on to second. Here comes Jeff Wright, though. Looks to the inside. And then Ben Bafford right there. And look at the power through the center of the corner there for the 48.
Everybody through clean and green here. Samar just exited the pits as well, but nobody else really making moves so far. I believe that's, right now Gardner's starting to make his way up. He's actually side by side with Gimmel. Faircloth knocking in on the door for a top 10. He's underneath Ronis. No contact here. Right up to second. Banks falls down to third. Now under pressure from Ben Bafford, the 23, and Bafford under pressure from the 24, Bailey Turner. Cabot gets underneath the 88 of Hutton. A lot of jostling for position so far, but Hayes leads him off of turn 2 with the lead. Oh, trouble!
Oh!
Big wreck!
Gemmel involved.
Oh, it's gonna be big. Cruz gets nailed. Another big one.
Oh, man.
And a trail on the tires.
Gemmel,
And
his.
trail is stuck on the tires.
Oh, he's fully on top.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, it is definitely devolving into chaos here at the Magic Mile. This is becoming the Monster Mile. I don't know what is going on here. But Gemmel got turned around somehow, I think with Nick Gardner possibly getting loose, or maybe he got loose on his own. But Gemmel's bad season continues. Oh, he got loose on his own.
And he clipped Gardner, and then Faircloth. Then Tabor hits Hatchell. Cruz gets in, I believe that's Carr? Is that car? Yeah, it was that car.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
also
and then
Sturgill.
Any trail, I think, nailed the inside.
Let's see what happened with him. He couldn't see anything. Mayato back there as well. I think he just got a piece of it. Oh, man.
Oh. Wow.
Take a look at Mayato. If he
That
got...
car is pulled into the garage.
Ooh, I think my auto just avoided
He
contact.
did. No, my auto got contact.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think. Oh no, Canup did. Canup missed it, so Canup will get the lucky dog.
Wow. Not a
Huh.
great break there for the 36, and Ryan Gemmel, his bad season continues on. Collected in another incident, this time getting just a
Wow.
little loose. How about Seth Hatchell with his, he saved it there.
You know, he's been hit a lot this year and has saved a lot of cars. Oh man, a hard hit. Gemmel and Vincent, but looking here, yeah, it's just Fair clock nowhere to go, and then Tabor might be fine, and then what happened to Cruz? Because Cruz got nailed in that wreck as well.
Take a look here. Oh!
Oh man, into the back of the 80, and then the 27 gets into the 26.
My goodness, that is a couple of huge hits right there for those guys.
A lot of hits.
We are losing cars left and right now, down to 22, 21 on the
Should we
lead
get
lap.
on board with Eddie Trejo?
Yeah, let's see if we can do that here. He did have to tow it back to pit road, not a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was kind of stuck.
I'm surprised he couldn't roll off the tires like that, though.
I am too. I mean, oh, he gets hit by Dice. I'm curious. Did we go on board with him? Yeah. See, you can't see the wreck. He hits car and then goes low and then gets hit by Dice into the grass and oh. Huh. You don't see anything. You don't see that very often. And it's hard not to laugh at that because that is something.
Wow. Just rebounds off the tires and then lands on
Should
the
we
other
pull him
tires.
in?
Yeah, I mean, we could pull him up here. He's probably laughing himself. I mean, how unfortunate can that be?
Are we going green yet?
I don't
No, we're not.
think so.
We're not. All right. Eddie Trejo, you got a copy?
Yo.
So you got. I know you. I hate that you got involved, but you took a wild ride. You were on top of the tires. What did you see?
Just saw smoke all over the place, and I thought we were gonna be able to make it through, and then I don't know. Somebody didn't check up. Hold on, I'm watching the replay here. Yeah, I was just trying to avoid the 26 there and got punted from behind by the 5 and just try to check up as best as I could, but nothing I could do there and just got bounced off the tire barriers and had my car on display there for a little while.
Yeah, giving Granger some good TV time. So.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to give him that kind of TV time, but you know, it is what it is. It looks like I'm out of this race, unfortunately, so we're just gonna pack it up and head to the next race, and hopefully we can keep improving from there.
Heck yeah. Well, we hate that happened to you, man. But go on, cheer your teammates, and enjoy watching the race there.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks.
Good luck.
Right, his pace truck is in. Yeah, green flag back in the air. Brody Hayes, good jump. Jeff Wright, one of the better restarts we've seen from second place. And he'll hang on to that second spot. Here comes Ben Baffert, going to try and look inside. Not going to get there, though, so the 48 secures second. Side by side for fourth right now, Bailey Turner, Joshua Banks. 35's kind of gone the wrong direction here these last few restarts. How about this? 2, 3, 4 wide farther back. They settled it out back to 2. That is Jeremy Miller trying to race his way back forward. Skylar Shackelford right there as well.
Oh, we have trouble. Jeff Wright might have got penalized.
He's still racing out
No,
there.
they cleared his flags. No penalty there. They said he might have jumped it, but Dylan Parker gets loose, makes a little contact with the 22 and Nelson. Miller now looking there on his outside as well. Now Shackelford and McGarvey are starting to close up on these boys. Parker just inside the top 10. I think half of these guys have at least been involved in at least the restart wreck. You can see Nelson makes a little contact with Miller almost.
Tight racing here as they race into turn 1. Just a
Oh,
third of the
send.
way. Yeah, big send in the corner right where we saw Dylan have issues earlier. But he's going to get a good run out of the turn.
Clear is the question. Willie Nelson's really fighting up on that outside. Can't seem to clear in there. Here comes Shackelford. Oh, he turns the 22. Contact.
Oh!
What a hit.
And caution
Oh,
will
Jeffrey
fly.
Payne. Oh, he missed it. Oh.
Oh, man. Big hit up in the air for Willie Nelson. Keith Mayato should get the lucky dog now back onto the lead lap. But that is going to be costly for Willie Nelson and Skylar Shackelford. He'll get the EOL, I'm sure, causing that one as they get together in turn number 3. Yep. Round he goes.
Oh.
And good job avoiding that by Kyle Payne. Let's go on board here with Willie.
On the inside, you can see Shackford just locks up the inside. And
Just the overcorrection.
oh. I mean, once these cars, you overcorrect and they just go straight.
Kind of, again, sort of a one-car incident there. We've seen a few of those, and we've seen 2 big ones. We've already had 6 cautions in the first 55 laps, and the field very thinned out.
We had some trouble. Joshua Banks hit the apron on the start and went into the wall under caution.
Really?
Yeah.
35. Wow.
On lap 54.
Going back to see it.
And see, he's fine here. Yeah, he tries to go into the apron under caution.
Oh wow. Oh, big hit.
A hard hit. The totally's not broken, but it's a lot of damage. May have done some suspension damage at least.
Car's a little bit narrower than it was just a few moments ago. But looks like the wheels are straight, I think, but sometimes it is hard to tell just looking at it.
Development. Hatchell, I believe it's Miller, also brought it in as well. Cruz, Vincent, Nelson. Well, Nelson's in the pits, but Cruz also brought it in as well. Some guys taking some tires. My auto back on the lead lap. With the way the cautions are falling, my auto will be up there in no time, I think.
He's back on the lead lap now in 18th, but he'll get. He's coming back in, I think, to get some tires. Yeah, only 21 cars on the lead lap. Willie Nelson goes to a lap down, but I think he's probably going to be done for the night or close to it. Alan Dice 2 laps down. He'll probably be the next one in line for a lucky dog. Kyle Payne as well. Both of those cars relatively clean, but I think they had some issues early in the race and then also getting trapped on that one restart yellow flag. I think they got trapped an extra lap down.
Man. See, I'm taking tires here, so interesting.
So he'll have pretty fresh ones. We've run a lot of caution laps here lately, but might still be a bit of an advantage. Brody Hayes, though, he's loving what he's seeing. He gets to just cruise along here, save his tires, save some fuel.
Lovely.
But 21 laps led for the driver of the number 10.
I tell you, with all the troubles that guys sorry to cut you off, but all the guys that have, kind of been up here, I mean, from what I've seen so far, I think Adam Pat's the points leader, right?
He is the points leader.
Around him have definitely had some troubles.
Yeah, Bailey Turner third in points, Mayato second, Matthews Wack, he's already out of this one. Zach Carr, I think also.
Ortega, they've all had trouble. A lot of Sturgill as well. A lot of guys that are, flirting with the chase line have had troubles.
Yeah, AJ Servato as well. He's one that's he's back on the racetrack actually, but 12 laps down. Yeah, he currently sits just outside the cut line. 1 point, coming into this race. Still plenty of time and races to make your way up there, but you don't want to lose points and get bad finishes. Too many of those early on.
Stacked up again. Oh man, a lot of shuffling in the back of the pack. No real big contact, but other than that, but it makes it through all right. Turner, Jeff Wright gets loose there up on the outside. Now Baffert will take second. Banks, Turner seem to make it all right. Now curious to see, look at Jeff Wright. Power move up on the outside with the cross now from the outside. Underneath the 23 of Baffert. Turner slots in line. Hutton and Ronis. We haven't really talked about Ronis flirting up here in the top 10. Dylan Parker and Yusuf Ghali, Henry Tabor as well. All up in the top 10. A lot of rookies up here in this top 10.
Close call there for Kyle McGarvey. Almost catches the outside wall. Right, looking to the inside of Ben Baffert.
Oh, we got a caution. Was it
possibly the
Payne?
16?
I believe it was Kyle Payne.
Oh yeah, Kyle Payne. Yep.
think Gardner's limping it around here.
Take a look here. The 68, I think, looped it on his own.
Maybe he get up on that apron is the question.
Oh, he gets into the side of the 22,
Nelson.
then lost it.
Right in front of AJ Stravato.
Oh. AJ just wants to finish this thing out. Maybe gain a few more spots. He's in line to gain, I think, a couple more at this rate, but 27th for him. Chris Samard as well on the same lap, and Michael Sturgill as well on the same lap. So those guys are racing for position 12 laps down, which is kind of crazy, but that's what this race has come to at this point, I think.
3 guys, yeah, 3 guys.
Yeah, 3 guys 12 laps down. And then we also have 3 2 laps down.
Guys. Yeah, and they're battling for the lucky dog.
Yeah, Alan Dice might actually get that here. We'll see if that's awarded to him this time around.
Well, we've got 90 laps to go now?
It'll be 90 at the line. Yeah, a lot of cautions so far. 7 in this one. I think that's about as many as we've had the last 2 weeks combined. So,
yeah.
It is what it is, though. We knew that it was going to be tricky out here at the Magic Mile. This is a very difficult racetrack if you're not comfortable. Yeah, Alan Dice, he'll go back to 1 lap down.
7 cautions tonight so far. It's a lot more than I was thinking we would have in the first 60 laps. I thought we'd maybe get 7, by like lap 120, but not the case so far. A lot of guys aggressive. We talk about short tracks, aggressive moves that can be made. Yeah, so interesting so far. Brody Hayes out here though. He's been leading the field so far, and controlling it so far.
Kind of picked up where his teammate left off, and Mayato, he's up to 17th right now. He's led 27 laps. Brody Hayes 26 laps. That'll actually click up to 27 right there. So they both led the same amount. It is a bonus point to lead the most laps here, and if you do lead a lap, that's another bonus point. So kind of a combination of the older NASCAR system. We do have the chase format in this league as well.
I think he's tied with Mayato, right? Or not tied, but he's close to Mayato on laps led.
Yep. Yeah, they just tied right there on that lap. So still plenty of time to go for either of those guys or anyone else to really get up there and lead more. But at this point, those are the top 2 lap leaders: Brody Hayes, Mayato. Yeah, a lot of these guys just, I'm sure, want to get a green flag run in and want to get this thing moving.
I tell you, yeah. See, looking. I mean, okay, I just want to point out here. Let's see. Hayes, a rookie. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rookies up in the top 10. 8 in the top 11. Yeah. I would agree. You start handing out points every wreck you survive. Also want to point out fast pairs, they don't do those here, and it's probably for the better, because if there were, there'd be a lot more cautions.
Yeah, there'd be even more than what we're seeing, because you'd get to reset, basically.
You have a free stop ride, pretty much.
See what we can get here on this restart, if we can get a little bit of a run going. Ben Bafford going to try and time it here alongside the leader, Brody Hayes. See what he can do if he has an opportunity to go into turn 1 alongside Jeff Wright. He's going to be trying to make a move. He's been pretty aggressive on these restarts. And then last week's winner, Bailey Turner, great run for him in 4th right now. See what he can do if he's got an opportunity to get a good restart. Truck will bring him through turns 3 and 4. Closing in on halfway in this one, but still quite a ways to go. 7 cautions. Truck is in. The restart zone, green flag back in the air. Good jump for Brody Hayes and Jeff Wright. Bafford caught sleeping there just a little bit. And Bailey Turner drops down to the inside.
Wright slips up the racetrack, moves Bafford a little wide. Turner wasn't able to get under. Now he's under the 23, but can't keep it under him. Banks falls in line. First side-by-side battles Hutton and Parker for the 7th position. And Hutton now dives in underneath Parker. Parker using that wide entry. Look at how high he up in the corner he is, but so far a little stacking up on the bottom there, or middle lane I should say. Parker gets loose off the corner. Everybody else tries to avoid, and they will. But Wright starting to pressure the 10 of Hayes, and the 23 starting to pressure the 48.
Yeah, I think that's what Jeff is seeing. He's seeing that 23 all over his bumper, and he's going in the corner just that much deeper. And he's been right on the back of the 10. Look at that stack up at the back. Mayato in the middle of all that, trying to make his way through.
Mayato's starting to make his way up, and I can tell you the field wants him to be held back just a little bit.
Racing alongside Kyle McGarvey, that would be for 14th, so he's already climbing positions here. Takes that spot away. Hatchell in front of him, resilient in this one. He's been involved in 2 wrecks and into 12th position. Hutton.
Taylor right in front of Mayato there in the 15. I haven't really talked about him on the all race. He's been in the top 15 so far tonight, and he's having himself a solid run.
Up from 31st position to 13th. Wow. He's our biggest mover by far. He survived to this point.
Turner and Baffert, I believe, are side by side for the 3rd position. Now they're not, but now Jeff Wright up ahead of them. He's charging for the lead underneath Brody Hayes.
Hayes gives him plenty of room.
Strong on that outside, though. Hayes can just carry the momentum off. Not a lot of banking up there, so you can see Wright gets loose. Hayes will keep that spot behind them. Banks on the outside.
Oh, Luke Knupp
Oh!
hangs on to it, but he almost lost it again. He's almost lost it 4 or 5 times, probably.
And Baffert gave a big punt to the 48, and the 48 was able to hang on to it. Cabot passes the 21 of Ronis for the 6th position. Cabot starting to get up here as well. Oh, Baffert just slips up. Now Banks trying to capitalize, but Wright on board with this low 48. You can see Hayes, the back end moving, putting a little extra pressure on the gas pedal. He's really starting to feel the pressure from the 48. Now looks like Wright falls right in his tire tracks in the corner, but now looks up underneath the 10. Behind them, side by side with the 35 and the 23. Side by side battles all up in the top 5, but Wright can't seem to get the lead. Now Banks underneath Baffert.
And Brody's able to kind of run him down the track just a little bit more. But yeah, the 10 cart, Brody Hayes, he has been running that 3rd lane pretty consistently.
Really comfortable up there. You can see Wright just gets a little bit better drive off than Hayes can.
I think if you can master that bottom line, you can get the power down. You might have an opportunity to make a pass, but it's going to be so tough with how good Brody Hayes has been up top. Nose to nose, though, back on the front stretch, it's still going to be Hayes at the line. But the 48 that much closer to making the pass this time into turn 1.
Even with that damage, not really holding him up, but looks like he got it into Baffert and he was able to clear him. Baffert paying him the favor, gives him the bumper off of turn 2.
Hayes able to hold off the 48. Yeah, a little
Turner.
Contact.
Baffert goes to cover off Turner, but now Turner underneath. Look at Adam Cabot starting to close up into this. The magic man at the magic mile could be a possibility. Hayes able to keep the lead. He'll clear Wright, so Wright now tucks in behind behind the 10 in 2nd. Other than that, no really other big moves here up in the top 10. Everybody kind of single file out, starting to ride it out here, trying to get some green flag laps under their belt.
I wonder if Jeff Wright maybe used his stuff up a little bit there. He has been struggling as the run goes on. In the last couple of longer runs that we had, you could see the back end start to slip out from the 48. But he gets a good run down here in 3 and 4. Tries to put that pressure on at the exit, but just cannot get alongside. Once again, Brody Hayes too good up top. Joshua Banks 3rd, Ben Baffert 4th. Bailey Turner's lost touch with him by a couple car lengths, but he'll send it down into turn 1.
Only battle in the top 10, at least that is side by side, was Miller and Gawley for 10th. Miller now just completing the pass on the 54. Behind Gawley's the 8 of Seth Hatchell, and right behind Seth Hatchell is his teammate. Maybe the fastest car on the racetrack right now is Keith Mayato. You can see Dennis Faircloth getting loose off the corner. He'll
be 3 wide alongside his pseudo teammate there, that is Jeremiah Vincent, and then the 42 of McGarvey. But yeah,
as well. Man, look at the
height
that Wright has in the middle of the corner.
Almost looked like Brody Hayes slipped up there.
Might have, and now here comes Wright, his best opportunity so far. Able to pull almost nose to nose, and he sends it into the corner. Can he clear is the question. He should be able to if he can get a good bite on the exit, but Hayes rolls that outside lane so good, but Wright able to get the drive off, and he'll take the lead from the 10 of Brody Hayes, new leader, 48. Here comes Banks. Now look at Cabot passing the 23 of Baffert for 4th. Cabot's starting to creep into the mix as well.
He's got much fresher tires, by the way.
He does, yeah. Didn't realize that.
Yeah, like almost 30 lap fresher tires.
Laps,
That's
yeah.
significant, even with all the
We're hoping
caution.
this run doesn't go green. Oh, so Adam Cabot is going to take the lead and run away.
Jeff Wright was not feeling too confident in his speed, but you can see the 10 of Brody Hayes. Maybe he pushed a little too hard. He's got the back end wiggling now, dives it into turn 1.
Other than Cabot, it looks like out of the top 3, Banks just has way more speed than both of them. Banks sending it up the inside. Now he's underneath the 10. Cabot not far enough to pounce or force any of them into a mistake, but Banks looks like he just has more speed in that 35 compared to the 10 or the 48.
Yeah, even with the damage, that's so impressive.
Oh,
And
we got a caution.
Dennis
Was
Faircloth,
it Faircloth again? No.
yes,
I don't think it was.
and Nick
It was.
Gardner. Yeah, both
Gardner
those.
as well.
And they may be done. I see some serious damage on
Heavy
the
damage
80.
On the 80, yeah.
Take a look here.
Oh, big hit. Side by side with the 33 here. Going into the corner.
Marred behind them
Yeah,
as well.
Just a
It's
little
off.
too high. And then,
Oh,
oh, big hit for Gardner.
Alan Dice as well, who would have been the lucky dog.
He just missed it. I think Dice missed it. He's good.
I think he made a little bit of contact.
Did he? No.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he just
unfortunate.
clipped him.
Then that means Willie Nelson will probably get the lucky dog here. As everybody bringing it down to pit lane, Adam Cabot stays out.
He did have much fresher tires, but still over 20 laps on those. Jeff,
Oh,
yeah, Jeff Wright leads him down. Jeremiah Vincent also stayed out. He's on the same strategy as Cabot.
Seems like these guys are making it way easier under their boxes than they have at Fontana or Pocono.
Maybe slower pit road?
That, and I think the boxes are just a little wider. Good stop by Hayes. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't as good as I thought it was, but everybody coming out how they came in. Wright, Banks, Baffert gains a spot. Hayes. Oh, and Dylan Parker, I believe, might have got speeding.
Let's take a look here.
Yeah,
He would be
Parker did.
scored. Yeah, he would be scored 11th. You see, he's going to let everybody on by.
Yeah.
As yeah, Dennis Faircloth with problems. You see the right side of that race car dragging
Like,
along.
Just bringing it in. Payne was trying to get the wave, but he will not be able to. Neither will the 90 of Sturgill.
Alan Dice and Willie Nelson both one lap down at this point.
Yep.
They'll be racing for the lucky dog. Faircloth is trying to make a couple more laps here. The right front of that car barely.
What happened to Cabot? No, Cabot's just slowing down, I guess. But
Sure, right there. He's not really maintaining pace speed, but that's not really a thing here in iRacing. Not unless you get incident points, possibly. But yeah, he gets back up in line here. It'll be Adam Cabot leading for the first time tonight. But everybody else with fresh tires, and he is going to have 23, well, at least 24 laps on the tires when we take the green flag here. A pretty big discrepancy, I would say,
it is.
to be at the front of the field.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
What he can do. But yeah, Jeremiah Vincent, he thought better of it. He actually just stopped for, I think, either 2 tires or fuel, just 6 seconds in the box.
I think it's just fuel. All right, it's gonna be interesting restart here. What do we got? We don't have. What have we got? 70 to go.
Yeah, it'll be 71 to go when we get back to the stripe here. And so far in this one, we've had 5 lead changes, 8 cautions. We had a little longer run that time, so that was nice to see. We'll see if we can get another one here.
Somebody asked me earlier before, in practice, I think it was Eric Cut, and he said, how many cautions? And I said 10. So, we're almost there. And then he asked me how many cars were going to be out, and I told him 12. And so far, I think it's only like 6 out. So, hopefully there's not 12 cars out of the race. We don't want that. But, that's what I was just predicting. I kind of want to disappoint myself when I say that, but so far I'm going to be right. I don't want that. So
7 cars, or actually 8 cars, I believe, are going to be out of this one so far. Adam Cabot, though, your race leader, old tires, green flag in the air. He gets a good jump. Nice job getting back on the throttle there.
really going to help out Banks. But now the real question is how's Cabot's tires going to do with everybody charging behind him as well, everybody on cold tires. But you can see already, actually, no, he's able to hold on pretty good so far. A little door bang in mid-pack, but other than that, another real contact. Oh, Luke Canuck kind of giving a door check to the 12. Skylar Shackelford with a big set to the bottom, and he doors Hatchell out of the way, and Shackelford goes up to 12. Oh, and we've got a oh, big wreck in the front! Joshua Banks, and I believe it's Jeff Wright!
Banks around, Wright, I do believe went around. I saw him just drive right on by there. What happened? He's got a big dent in the nose.
What happened? I think he got loose and
Brody Hayes. All right.
The top four, the last cars are all damaged. Oh yeah, it looked like racing right there. And
yeah. Let's see here, Joshua Banks.
Separate incident because the caution came out for something else.
Anybody else get collected in this one?
But that's gonna change this race. Look at Brody Hayes. He's got a hole in the nose.
Run on that race car is definitely.
Stafford's got damage on the door. And then look at.
Banks has got more on the right side where he already had some, but then yeah, Jeff Wright, he's got a lot of nose damage. He's pulling it in here. He might not even be able to continue. We'll have to see. That
He'll be fine. That's a lot of damage, though. I mean, looking at that wreck. I'm curious to see if we want to go back, what happened there. I believe there was a separate incident with Jeremiah Vincent, so if we want to check that as well. I don't know if that was the cause of the caution, or yeah, he spun by himself.
Oh, he did, yeah.
So take a look. Yeah, he got up on the apron.
Wow.
So and then I would like to look at the front of the pack incident with Banks and Wright. Maybe, do we have an onboard on the 35? Oh. Let's see. I don't know if he comes up or it's a little bit of both.
Let's go overhead view on that one.
Yeah. What do you think on that?
I gotta see a better view of it. It kind of looks like 48 gets loose.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks like Wright was loose, and then Banks was thinking he wasn't going to get loose and kind of pinch him up.
Yeah, they kind of came together. Yeah. 48 definitely got loose and started sliding down, but 35 was trying to get right up alongside him, and didn't.
Yeah, he just made contact.
Yeah, he couldn't really compensate for the wiggle there from the 48 and sent him around.
I'm curious. Brody Hayes has a hole in the nose, it looks like. Bafford looks like he's a little left rear damage. Bailey, if you think about it, with the damage, Bailey Turner and Adam Cabot are going to be the two guys over the front, the only guys that have won this season.
Yeah, Adam Cabot, though, with significantly older tires.
Oh, yeah. We haven't really seen them play out yet because of the cautions, but Jeff Wright coming out of pit road doesn't look too bad now that they got that car fixed. I think he may have lost the lap. Check on that.
He's still on the lead lap.
Yeah, see, that car looks fine.
Yeah, they cleaned it up nicely.
It's a little bit later in the race, so it's going to be a little harder to make all those spots up. But, you know, as all of this has been happening, Keith Maiato is in the top 10 now.
Definitely racing his way back forward. His teammate Seth Hatchell also to 11th. Behind him right there. Still trying to make some laps here. It's been interesting to see who's been caught up in wrecks and is still up here in the mix. I mean, Jeremy Miller, he's been in 2 or 3.
And Turner and maybe Ronis and Hutton have been the only guys not caught up in anything.
I think you are right as we are about to get back to racing here. Adam Cabot, old tires still. He's going to be alongside Ben Bafford. Pace truck is in. Green flag back in the air. Another good jump for the Magic Man. Takes him down into turn number 1. It'll be the race for second. Brody Hayes, Ben Bafford. These two have already gotten to racing hard in this one. They're going to continue to race it up here out of turn number 2. Bailey Turner closes right up. Big bobble there for the 23. That'll keep Brody Hayes right there in the picture.
A lot of 3 wide mid-pack double file here. No real contact. Oh, Dylan Parker just at the racetrack. Oh, Keith Mayato gets turned. Can he save it? Oh, he gets drilled and Parker spins at the racetrack.
I thought it was going to stay green right there.
Yeah.
Mayato gets turned around.
Hit, but yeah, that's what happens when you're in the middle of the pack.
See what happened here. Oh,
Oh, he got up on the apron. Get up on the apron?
he got close. It was just that low lane.
Oh
Just
yeah,
his
he
bobbles.
got up on the apron, and then Shackelford gets into him. Nothing there. Look how he's fighting. The Tabor hits.
He gets into the back of the 36.
Yeah, and then the 25 was also on the bottom, and he gets loose. I think trying to avoid somebody, then he spins back up, and AJ Stravato hits him.
Take a look at Dylan here, down on the inside. Yeah, there's bottom of the 3, 4 wide there, and yeah, he just lost control. Mayato gets into him. Not too bad of an incident for how bad it could have been, I'm sure.
It could have been way weird. If Mayato would have came all the way around after Shackelford touched his bumper, that could have been way bigger. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know what it is with these cars. They just don't like that bottom. And we've seen it time and time again already tonight. Guy's just spinning. And, you know, get on it, and the car just unloads, and the thing just comes right around from him. So, unfortunate.
Well, we've had a lot of cautions here. We're going to take a quick break during this one and hear from tonight's race sponsor as well as the series sponsor. We'll be right back.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader. Known as the Nurturing Reader at New Jersey Street Fairs, you can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today.
Back at the racetrack now, working under the 10th caution of tonight's race, the Sailor Tarot Magic 150 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway in the Below the Double Yellow Premier Series. If you're just joining us, it's been a wild one here. We've had a lot of fast drivers, people in the lead at times, get involved in trouble here tonight, and a lot of cars out of this race already. Adam Cabot leads, the 2-time race winner already this season, on much older tires. Going to have some hungry drivers right here behind him, including Ben Baffert, Brody Hayes, and last week's winner Bailey Turner working towards the green flag. Pace truck is into the restart zone. Another amazing restart from Adam Cabot as he'll lead him by 3 car lengths down into turn number 1, and Baffert set to hold him off behind him.
Baffert, everybody behind Adam Cabot has way fresher tires than him, but the cautions that came out just in the perfect time for Cabot to kind of keep his position. So far, nothing really too bad yet, but we'll see here if they can get a lap or two to see the tire difference. Baffert, again, the first car on tires, but nothing too far yet. No contact throughout the pack so far. Maybe a little bit with Shackelford and Gawley. Gawley goes up the track. Shackelford takes 8th. Other than that, everybody seems to keep it calm, cool, and collected right now.
Yeah, nice job on these first couple laps right here, but we know that after 3 or 4 is when these guys really start to lose the handle, and we've seen cars in that low lane all night long start to go around. As Cabot, now he's under pressure. Here is Baffert. Look at the run out of the corner. Just can't make the move yet. Right up behind him.
A lot better tires. You know, one thing we haven't really talked about is air. How is air affecting Baffert's nose, and how is it affecting Cabot with with older tires? Even though he has clean air, Baffert's stuck in that dirty air, but I think the tires will kind of overpower it. But it seems so far Cabot holding on really good right now.
And Big Bobbo Luke Canup and Jeff Wright.
Oh, he might be good, I think. Yeah, he's good. Jeff Wright's good. Oh, he's spinning though. If he can get it right in the right direction, he should be good here.
Ooh, let's take a look.
He just got loose, it looked like.
Yeah, kept it off the wall though. Nice job there, Luke Canup. Once again, man, he has almost lost it so many times in this race.
Oh, here we go. At the front, Ben Baffert underneath Adam Cabot for the lead. Cabot wheeling it off the corner. Out little contact between Turner and Hayes, but Baffert trying to just get the run off here. Cabot holding strong on that outside.
He's putting his car exactly where he needs to. I mean, it's going to be hard for Baffert to pass, even with the fresher tires. He does have damage on that car. He's not afraid to use the body of that race car, though, and nudge you out of the way. We've already seen it tonight.
Cabot fighting hard, but behind them fighting even harder, Bailey Turner and Brody Hayes. Baffert will get the lead here off of 2. Hayes now trying to clear, Turner trying to clear Hayes. Angelo Ronis is in the top 5 now. Yep. Will those tires start to take effect on the 17 is the question.
Up from 22nd to 5th is Angelo Ronis, side by side. Hayes with the big nose damage. He's going to have to get that fixed, I'm sure, to be back to where he was in terms of race pace. But the 24, Bailey Turner, last week's winner, trying to take 3rd away. Good dive into turn 1. Almost clears him here, and he will, I think, out of turn number 2.
And he will, yeah. Now, will his teammate Adam Cabot right in front of him, will he just let him go?
Farther back,
killing all of SBR up in the top 5 almost.
Yeah, and here he goes. Bailey Turner now to the inside.
Cabot's tires really starting to fall off now. We've spent about 5 laps. All the caution laps helped him, but now as we go green, it's starting to hurt him here.
And here goes Brody Hayes. He's probably going to race Brody a little bit harder than he did his teammate just there.
Oh, he gets loose. Able to save it. Hayes should be able to clear going into 3. He'll probably lay over for Ronis, but it's still fighting Hayes, and it also makes me wonder how Hayes' car is driving with a big hole in the nose. You can see the damage on the 10. That's got to be affecting his cars at least down the straightaway. I'm curious to see how it affects him down the corner, but now Ronis in the 21 looking underneath the 17 as well. Cabot holding on good, but also it's not going to hold for much longer, at least in the top 5, maybe even the top 10. Oh, Shackelford! Oh, he gets loose! Oh, he spins!
Keeps it off the wall. Good job.
Good, he's good.
Gets it back pointed in the right direction. Keith Mayato's lost some ground here. Not sure if somebody just made a move on him, but he was in 10th for a moment. See what happened. Maybe
behind Shackelford. Yeah, I think he saw the wreck checked up.
Oh yeah, he had to check a big time along with a bunch of drivers.
Well.
Now
he's now battling with Parker, Cruz, and Gawley for the 11th position. Oh, there's contact!
Dylan onto the apron.
Cruz teammates making contact with Cruz and Parker. Mayato goes up to the oh, big hit, Alan Dice.
Trying to find him here. Oh, and yeah, caution is going to be out. Go back and take a look. We work under now. This is the 11th caution of the race. He was behind Luke Canup, who's had his own struggles tonight, but Alan...
Up on that bottom.
Oh, wow. Nick Gardner just snuck through there.
Kyle Payne.
Let's take a look once again. Close call for the 16, who's already been in his fair share of issues tonight. But yeah, around goes Alan Dice. Big contact there. Currently still the last car on the lead lap, still rolling in 20th. That should give Willie Nelson, I think, the lucky dog.
Yeah.
Bring him back to the lead lap.
I'm really curious.
Like
Oh.
everybody but Ben Baffert is coming in.
Baffert is on the.
He's staying out. Ben Baffert's staying out. Everybody but Ben.
Slowing down. Oh.
He's. Oh.
Oh.
Did he just have a technical
that's
failure?
Not good. That's not good.
Wow, that changes things up.
Okay. Oh, he's back. He's good. He's got damage now.
Yeah,
That's not good.
he already had some on that right side, but Bailey Turner wins the battle off pit road. Brody Hayes behind him. They cleaned up the nose just a touch right there, but he's still got quite a bit of damage. Angelo Ronas.
Now he's got a pit. Huh. Okay. Yeah, this race is interesting, I tell you. Staying out on tires, that's going to be bold.
Yeah, Skylar Shackelford as well staying out. Jeff Wright stays out to try and get track position back.
Michael Sturgill does not want to give up the point, it seems.
Oh, he's a lap down.
Shackelford stayed out. Jeff Wright stayed out as well. So Turner will be the first one on brand new tires.
And then Brody Hayes, Angelo Ronas, Jeremy Miller, Adam Cabot, Joshua Banks, Eric Hutton. Yeah, this race has had a little bit of everything, Alec.
Yeah, should we pull Ben Baffert in, see what happened?
Yeah, we could pull him in here. Let's see what he's got to say.
Let me find him. Ben, can I ask you? Yeah, copy number 1.
How we doing?
What happened? Does your wheel disconnect?
No, I had to go piss.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Interesting. So why didn't you just pit and stop?
Because like I thought everybody's gonna stay out, so I was like, okay, I'll wait to the back stretch. I'll aim it a little towards the wall so the grass will push me back. And then nobody pit. Then everybody pit behind me. I mean, and then I'm stuck rolling down the front stretch. I gotta piss, so I'm just gonna aim it to where I'm not gonna hit the wall too hard, run and come back, and I get the lead. So it's a tactical piss.
Okay. Oh, we wish you good luck, man. Go get him.
Right.
That is the first time those words have been uttered on an iRacing broadcast. Only Ben Baffert.
Only Ben Baffert can provide us with such wonderful wisdom, I can tell you.
Incredible insight there from the driver of the 23. The 12 of Skylar Shackelford is also going to be staying out here along with Jeff Wright. Jeff has about 10 lap fresher tires than those two.
He's got about 14 laps. Oh, but also Wright did spin on those tires, so got to take that. So if I'm looking at everything, Bailey Turner is in the catbird seat with the fresh tires. So we only got 48 to go. I'm assuming we'll probably have one more pit stop if we get another caution, which I think we probably will.
Yeah, I think we will definitely get another caution. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Yeah, Shackelford, I mean, he's up from 24th right now on this strategy. Let's see what he can do. Green flag.
Oh, big stack up on the top. And look at that. Brody Hayes is going to get by Turner. Jeremy Miller up on the bottom. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide. Shackelford way up the racetrack in the dirty stuff.
I think he caught the wall right there. I'm not sure what's going on. He just really didn't get going on the restart.
Yeah.
3 wide still.
Golly, I believe that's Golly, Cabot, and then Shackelford up on the outside.
There's Hutton and
contact.
Dylan Parker.
Oh, Joshua Banks makes a big dive.
Oh, Mayano!
Oh, Mayano, no!
Head on into the outside.
Nailed.
Oh!
Oh, and he's still getting hit.
And a good
What
run
big
gone
hit.
bad.
You can see the smoke.
Yeah, he is going to be done. He hit the wall
that's it.
head on. One of the fastest cars of the race.
Wow. what
Another
He's got-
issue. Yeah,
He dived in too hard.
I think second time for him down in turn 3 that he lost control. Loses it, overcorrects it. Man, what a hit. Travato gets in it.
Oh, and Vincent
Kyle Payne.
Payne
Tabor.
and Tabor.
Wow. Take a look one more time here. 36 goes around. Boom! The whole car off the racetrack there, and
And then
nowhere for any of
Travato,
those
man.
guys to go.
Ah,
Tabor would have been the lucky dog.
that's unfortunate. So who gets the lucky dog? Is it
Like Kyle
Payne was
Payne
in it as well.
and Jeremiah
Vincent was
Vincent.
in it.
Nick
So
Gardner.
Gardner's gonna get it.
From 8 laps down
To 7.
to 7. Hey, every lap counts.
Every lap does really count. He's gapping himself away from Stravado, but Stravado was in that, so
Yeah,
we
Stravado
are
was.
looking at 15 cautions. Yes, we are definitely looking at 15 cautions.
Yeah, make your vote down there in chat. How many cautions do you think we're going to end up with? Right now at 12 cautions, the first 105 laps. 6 total lead changes. Ben Baffert leads over Jeff Wright, Brody Hayes, Bailey Turner, and Jeremy Miller. I'd be interested. Alec, do you hear the admins talking at all to these guys? Is there any conversation going on?
I'm sure there's been some. I haven't really heard the chat tonight. I heard Nick Starling, the race admin, go over and say something, but I don't know who or to or what it was for. Other than that, I haven't really heard anything. I just unmuted the chat because ever since Ben told me that story, I thought I might as well keep it unmuted for the rest of the race.
Yeah, definitely been an interesting one here tonight. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you've enjoyed so far. We want to once again shout out tonight's race sponsor, Sailor Tarot Magic. This is the Sailor Tarot Magic 150 from the Magic Mile, New Hampshire Motor Speedway, race number 4 here in the Below the Double Yellow Premier Series, Season 6. There's been some magic things that have happened.
There really has, and let me tell you, we've seen a lot of things happen, and we've seen a car go up on top of another car, so.
We've seen car on tires. We've seen car flip.
We really have.
Seen
It's just-
3 or 4 big ones in this race.
Yeah, it's been something. A lot of really fast cars have been taken out, and wow.
And it's been surprisingly, self spins and the mistakes from those fast drivers that haven't been caused by anyone else. I mean, evidence right there. Keith Mayato, he was your pole sitter and led over 25 laps in this race. And trouble there in turn number 3. These cars are not easy to drive tonight.
Nothing magical about this race or mile. I would have to agree with you there.
I think it's been kind of
More
like
of a
dark.
chaotic
I
mile.
was gonna say dark magic.
Yeah, dark magic. Yes.
But there's something magical going on out here. It's not necessarily.
Well, the Magic Man's still out here, so yeah. The
Yeah,
magic's still going.
it is still going. He's
It
P7
is.
and has led some laps here.
Shackelford brought it in under that last caution he did. So now the last two guys on old tires would be Jeff Wright and Ben Baffert, Hayes and Turner, and the rest of the field on new tires. Here we go. It's going to be interesting here.
Hayes' car rolls off. It's Ben Baffert leading him in the restart zone, and Jeff Wright just really laying back there. Did not get going very well. Whoops, that is not. The race is not over yet. That off the screen. Trying to pull up our ticker here. Brody Hayes goes to second.
If it were raining, then it'd be over, but other than that, big moves in the middle of the field.
Bailey Turner moves to third now, so Jeff Wright.
Now Sullivan could say about Dallas back there. Contact with Luke Canup. Everybody keeping it nice and easy here. Oh! Big contact.
Ben Baffert out in front.
Harvey. And then now the fresh tires with Hayes, Turner, Banks already back up to the top 5. Oh! Jeff Wright struggling on these older tires. There goes Golly down to the inside, taking them 3 wide. He'll back off and go back to 2 wide side by side with the 48. Parker back up at the front as well.
Yeah, he's racing it up with Eric Hutton. Remember, Hutton qualified second. Kind of went backwards immediately. He's still in this race. That car is totally clean. No contact whatsoever, but oh boy, he's in a precarious position right now.
Man. That was a little contact with the 54 and the 48. Golly slid up the racetrack. Almost got into the quarter of the 48. Now Parker in the 25 goes underneath the 48. The 88 behind them just kind of staying it easy, keeping it laying low. Parker clears right. Hutton now behind, but Baffert starting to not pull away. Brody Hayes starting to reel him in. 40 laps to go.
Could this be Brody Hayes' opportunity for a race win, even with the damage? He is definitely closing up here. Those fresh tires paying dividends.
He's going to have to pass Baffert, and that's going to be hard. And then he's going to have to hold off the 24 of Turner and the 35 of Banks. Guys, or Turner, who's always hungry for a win, and then Banks, who's been in contention for wins the last few weeks, just hasn't been able to get him, and I guarantee he's hungry, and he's been fast all night. Now he looks underneath the 24 of Bailey Turner. Banks starting to show his way. He spun out, and now he's back up to third. As you can see, he sends it up on the inside, able to clear the 24. Now up for the lead. Hayes up on the outside. Can he build a run off? No, he gets loose up the corner.
Gonna lose some ground because of that. Farther back, Luke Canup, big bobble, hangs on to it. You know, I've been impressed with Luke really saving that race car. I mean, he has been nearly all the way around and has kept it underneath him. And now the battle is on for second as Joshua Banks is closed up.
Oh, yeah, Luke Canups used to didn't think sideways. He races in, you know, those Pro 2 lights a lot. And the Lucas Oil Off-Road Truck Series. He's very familiar with some of those racing, the Baja trucks. Does a lot of those events, so he's no stranger to sliding around. But up at the front, these guys sliding around. Banks now underneath the 10 of Hayes, the 35, man. He has been really bad fast tonight. He looks like he has the car to beat ever since the 36 wrecked out. As now Hayes just can't keep the tires under him. Banks to second.
Yeah, Brody definitely struggling. I think he pushed a little too hard. Here comes Turner. Yep, peaks down low. Brody sends it in to defend. And they get so close at the exit. Big bobble by Baffert. Here comes, he's still hanging on to it.
Banks looking for his first career win, looking for the lead. He's led one lap, and now he's underneath the 23 for the lead. He gets tight on the bottom. Can he carry the run off? Yes, he can. Oh, man. Sliding up and Baffert holding strong, but if Banks can sit it in, he should be able to get to the lead. Baffert sets it hard up on the outside. Here comes Hayes.
Yeah, Ben just cannot get back to the power there. Here comes Brody Hayes, going to try and take second away. They've gone single file pretty much behind them. And it's getting spread out.
To the lead. Can he get his first career win in the Below the Double Yellow Line Cup Series? Brody Hayes is going to need to make quick work of Ben Baffert if he wants to get up in battle the 35 for his first win as well. Two rookies, two non-time winners looking for the win here at New Hampshire. Now that would be magical.
That would be, as big bobble again from Baffert. Now second position secured by Brody Hayes. And next one in line to try and take over that third spot. That's going to be Bailey Turner, last week's winner. He's had a really good performance tonight. That car, I believe, also pretty clean. I don't think he's been involved in anything really, somehow.
Really
Then Adam Cabot up into the top 5, continuing to have success early on this season. 2-time race winner, also a top 10 at Pocono last week. He continues to show up week in and week out.
And giving him the bumper.
Oh, and around goes.
Ollie and Parker.
And caution will fly.
Well, the 54 was clean until then. I think they were battling for about the 9th position there. Oh, interesting.
Well, look here, Yusuf Ghali, his first start in the league tonight. Behind him, Dylan Parker. Dylan down on the bottom. 54 gets loose, and then they just come together.
There goes Parker, yeah.
Not too much damage on either car. Ooh.
Oh, that could have been suspension damage there. He should be fine. Ghali and Parker should be fine there, but unfortunate for Yusuf Ghali, having a solid run for his debut, and you know, first time in iRacing in a while, and he's been off for a while. So hats off to him, having a good run. Just the only bump in the road so far. Now, attention shifts to the front of the pack. Everybody bringing it in. Baffert's strategy is going to work here if he can get a good pit stop. Sturgill, Canup stays out. And Canup on the lead lap. Gardner, I believe, stays up. But Gardner, Samard, Tabor. Henry Tabor was able to get the lucky dog that last time, so he'll be back on the lead lap. But now, pit stops. Is everybody be willing to take 2 tires? Risky, but it could work.
We'll see here. It would definitely be a risky call, but we've seen drivers be able to hang on even with significantly older tires. Here goes.
Beautiful pit stop by Brody Hayes.
Got to be careful not to get speeding, but he'll win the battle off.
Wow. And Hayes keep the lead. Or no, well, yeah, it was Hayes in the lead. Or no, he was in second. Sorry, I can't talk. Hayes will get the lead. Banks will lose a spot. Baffert to third. Turner, Cabot, Ronis, Jeff Wright. That also worked out. The strategy also worked for Jeff Wright. He's back in the mix for the win now. Eric Hutton and then Seth Hatchell clawed his way back up to the top 10. He's also in it as well. Alan Dice stayed out. Interesting. Will he come in is the question.
It looks like he
will.
is.
So Luke Knupp on old tires will be your leader. He'll have 19 lap old tires, and we've seen him be sliding around. And I wouldn't put it past him to be sliding around. He'll have clean air, but old tires have stuck, but only for a certain amount of laps. Only 30 to go. If this goes green, I don't think Knupp's going to be able to hold on. It's going to take a heck of a wheel man, and I think he is, but he's a rookie. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, some of those guys looking for the wave around, that was going to be Nick Gardner. He would have gone to 6 laps down right there. He's really gained quite a few laps back.
Top 3, all rookies. And 4 of the top 5 all rookies. The only guys that have experience in this league, at least for a year, Baffert, Ronis, Hutton, and Hatchell. Other than that, everybody in the top 10, or at least 6 of those top 10, their first year in BTDY, and only their 4th race, and all of them having a good, solid run so far. Heck, the top 15, from what I'm seeing, I see 1, 2, 3, 9 of the top 15, all rookie years. So,
Wow.
and Knupp gonna take the top.
Yeah, he probably just wants to get out of the way and try and not hold up Brody Hayes. But this will definitely be interesting on the restart with Ben Baffert now going to be rolling on the top side. We'll see what he can do if he tries to make a move there.
Well, we've seen the leaders jump on the restart that he's able to get. The guy behind has also been able to follow as well. So can Baffert get a good jump if Knupp, their teammates, so I'm assuming Knupp's probably going to give him a countdown, but the question is, will Knupp lay over? Oh.
Tough to
This
say.
could be the money restart. This could be the last restart. I don't think it will be, but it could be.
Yeah, 13 cautions, 8 total lead changes. Thanks for sticking with us here tonight. Closing in towards the end of this race. Going to be 29 laps to go when we take the green flag here in the Sailor Tarot Magic 150 from New Hampshire. Race number 4. The Below the Double Yellow Premier Series. Here we go. Pace truck once again going to make the hard left-hand turn. It's Luke Knupp, his teammate behind him. Good jump though from Brody Hayes. He should be able to get second here.
He will.
He will. He goes up.
Banks too. Banks thought about charging down to the bottom. Knupp on old tires. Hayes looking on that bottom. Has fresher tires. Knupp drifts up the racetrack. Hayes should be able to take the lead here. Now, what does the rest of the field do with the 29? Banks going to pin the 23 behind his teammate. Can Baffert? No, Baffert's going to send him 3 wide. Knupp up the racetrack.
He almost catches the wall there in the 29. This will be interesting. Out of the corner, it's going to get real tight for some of these guys. Hatchell comes up behind him. They all keep it pointed in the right direction. Battle for the second spot. Joshua Banks looks down low. Ben Baffert up on the top side.
Contact with Turner and Cabot teammates. They're trying to settle out. Cabot gets loose up the corner. There's contact with Wright. They save it all, gather it up.
All pointed in the right direction as Brody Hayes out in front. Ben Baffert and Joshua Banks side by side still. The longer they race, the longer it's going to take for them to get to Brody Hayes, who's doing a great job with the clean air. The nose on that race car still punched in though.
Hayes loving what he's seeing, but yeah, you're right. That nose is probably hurting him a little bit down the straightaway, and maybe he's handling in the corner. Banks finally clears the 23 for the second position as Baffert gets loose. Now the battle shifts to Joshua Banks and Brody Hayes, both going for their first career wins and their first wins of the season. Could either one pull it off here? Baffert starting to trickle back into the pack. Turner running him down. Other than that, a lot of battling mid-pack with Shackelford, Nelson. Now Parker takes them 3 wide in the back of the pack, but up front, no real movement. Oh, you
Contact.
can see Parker starts the 22. Nelson up the racetrack. Parker takes the 10th or the 11th position, and now looks for 10th underneath Shackelford. But at the front, Joshua Banks hounding the 10, almost on his bumper. Will Banks use the bumper to get by the 10 if he can?
He did muscle the 23 out of the way just a few laps ago. He's been muscling people out of the way if he has to. Definitely has used the bumper. He's made contact. That car's not perfect. He doesn't have to keep it perfect. But, you know,
Okay, oh, there
yeah.
it is.
Little nudge.
Oh, yeah, let's do it to him. 25 laps to go. He shows the nose to the bottom. Does Hayes allow him to do it? Hayes takes that line away. Also cost him a little center speed. Two
you can
guys
see.
dueling out here for the win, but will Baffert or Turner start saving their tires now when these guys are battling? These guys are pushing hard. It's their first win on the line. They're really pushing.
And Joshua Banks so good in the center. You can see how early he gets back to the throttle. And there's the bump.
He moves him up the racetrack. Oh, Hayes holds it.
Good driving there to hang on to that. He almost lost it off the corner. You could see it start to correct itself.
Yeah.
But he still got it.
Do it again. I think he let him know that he's there now. They can't. Here's the thing. Hayes is on all defense and Banks all on offense. Banks now offensive, move down to the bottom. What a send! He drifts at the track. He almost gets up into Hayes. Hayes goes up. Banks on the bottom. Baffert closing in on this battle. They door each other. Hayes gets up the racetrack. Here goes in the wall. Here comes Baffert.
And Baffert right where he was hoping he would be, right in the mix of all of this.
He thought about making a move, but Brody Hayes gets doored into the wall by Joshua Banks. Banks will come around the corner. He'll lead the lap. Will Hayes get back up to Banks and pace? Will he pay him back?
I don't know. That 10 car has been getting used up tonight, though. I think he's been knocked out of the way 4 or 5 times in this race. He's eventually got to go back on the offensive. I know he's not trying to make enemies, but it is a race win potentially on the line. He's losing ground now.
Him on the back. Somebody's spinning.
Alan Dice, I
Alan Dice,
believe.
can he save it? No, he's in the grass. No caution. He's off the racing surface.
Last car on the lead lap,
Very
Alan
good.
Dice, 19th position. You know, a driver who's sneaking forward here, Seth Hatchell up to 7th, coming along with Eric Hutton, who's into 6th, and Angelo Ronis in 5th. These guys not too far behind the race leaders. Those top 4 have really been pushing hard. I think those 3 have been saving just a little bit, and there will be 20 laps to go next time around. As Luke Knupp still struggling, he's falling back, 13th position now after staying out on that last restart. Joshua Banks, though, 3.5 car lengths, 4 car lengths now out of turn 4, 20 laps to go for the 35.
Yeah, Banks has got a hold on it. He's got 20 laps to do it. Brody Hayes starting to get some pressure from the 24. Bailey Turner. Oh, he gets loose. Good save, but now here comes his teammate Angelo Ronis. So quiet, but every week he just finds a way to get up there. Now behind them, I believe it's Seth Hatchell and Jeff Wright starting to battle.
And Wright trying to recover from his issues earlier in the race. They are really close together here. This is 7th and 8th. Hatchell with damage from multiple incidents early on in the race, but he has definitely come back nicely in this race. Hutton now closes up to Ronis, who was not able to complete the pass on Bailey Turner.
Oh.
Hatchell tries to pull a crossover here now on Jeff Wright. Out in front, though, just Joshua Banks. He's pulled it out to about 6.5 tenths. Continuing to stretch that lead. And Baffert really has nothing for him right now.
Well, Banks is starting to pull away. Almost got a second lead. He's got a 8/10 of a second lead. I mean, unless there's a restart or unless Banks burns his tires up, I think Joshua Banks could be coming to his first career BTDY Cup Series or Premier Series win. But right now he is calm, cool, and collected. Right now he is having himself a great race. Could he do the spin and win at the Magic Mile?
Very, very possible. As Baffert just struggling a little bit right now. Every time out of 4, he loses ground. This time now 9 tenths behind. But could he be saving a little bit too? He's been a quarter of a second slower the last couple of laps. It just doesn't seem like he's got anything for him.
Could be saving, but if he's saving right now, he's gonna have to start pushing very soon.
Very spread out at the moment. The only real battle farther back here, Skylar Shackelford, Kyle McGarvey, side by side 15th and 16th.
Rudy just passed Willie Nelson here for the 11th position. Everybody else, but the real battle right now is Knupp, Shackelford, McGarvey, Sullivan. These guys are all going out. Shackelford knocks the wall down. There goes Sullivan underneath the 42. Yeah, if there's going to be a caution, it might come from this group back here.
12 car, bit of a bobble right there, entering turn 1. Tabor and that was Samard side by side as well. That's not for position though.
And there goes Dice. Or sorry, McGarvey underneath Sullivan. Sorry, or Shackelford. Shackelford's car looks a lot like Dice's. But looking right here, nothing, no real movement here. Banks is opening up to a 1.2-second lead here over the 23 of Ben Bafford. Banks praying for no caution because right now he looks like he's home free.
Yeah, he is running away with it at the moment. The thing is, does Ben Bafford put...
Luke Knupp! Can he save it? Oh man, what a save by Luke Knupp. That almost was the caution. His tires really starting to fall off. Ooh, Dallas Sullivan playing a dangerous game on that bottom. He was actually able to make it stick. Oh no, he did it! Dallas Sullivan spins!
That should be it. Wow.
Oh man, he was playing a dangerous game running that bottom.
Didn't hit anything though.
No, he just spun. Oh, not the caution Joshua Banks was looking for. Oh boy.
14th caution of the race.
Talked about it. That apron's so deadly, and you can see right on that transition. He looked fine there, and then he tried it again on exit, and you just can't. You can get away with it once, I don't think twice, and unfortunately kept it out of pit road.
Yeah, nice.
All right, now bunny stop. Do you get pit? Do you stay out? I think we'll have mixed bags here. We'll either have mixed bags or we'll have everybody come in, or are they out of tires? That I don't know. And if they are out of tires, Luke Knupp will have the freshest tires of anybody because he's still got a set lane in pit road.
Take a look right here. How many sets did they get this week? They had 4 additional. Joshua Banks has pit 4 times in this race.
He also spun once.
Ben Bafford has pit 3 times.
Ooh, we got a lot of mixed bags. Hayes thought about it. He's staying out. Brody Hayes, Turner, look at these guys. Faking out for track position.
Wow.
But the rest of the field coming in. Oh, boy. Race just got spicy, let me tell you.
If it wasn't already.
Yeah, if it wasn't already.
All right, Brody Hayes. He's kind of made his bed here, I think.
All right, you're staying out to the end now. Only 10 laps to go.
Hayes has left
Top 8
45.
stayed out. Or, sorry, top 7. Top 7 stayed out.
Jeremiah Vincent gets lucky dog. He will go to 1 lap down. He has a chance to finish on the lead lap here if we get another one.
Bafford with an 11-second stop. What a stop by the 23 crew. Then there goes Banks, the second. Wright, Parker, Cabot, Nelson all come in with Cruz, McGarvey, Knupp. A lot of guys going to be on fresh tires. They're going to have 20 lap fresher tires.
Bafford probably took 2, right? He had to have taken 2.
Bafford took 4.
11.6?
Yeah,
just no fuel?
Probably no fuel.
Banks.
Talking about a single lugs. Pretty fast.
Yeah.
Now, down the shift is Hayes looking for his first career win. Turner's already had one. And then Angelo Roney's looking for his first career official win. And then Eric Hutton, Seth Hatchell, Yusuf Ghali looking for his first. Shackelford looking for his first. A lot of guys up here still looking for their first, and if not their first win of the season. The only guy in the top 10 that has won a race is Bailey Turner. Other than that, Cabot's nowhere to be found. Well, Cabot, there's only been 2 winners, so I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be out of tires. Looks like Yusuf Ghali, that's what he just commented. He was out of tires. So that's why he stayed out. So top 7 all stay out here, and then first
Should
car.
we pull in somebody here before we go green, or no?
You know, I don't want to curse anybody else.
Yeah, I don't want to curse. I think about, you know, you're right. We don't want to curse anybody else.
Not this late in the race.
Yeah, this is the part where it doesn't matter anymore. People are going to be throwing fenders, throwing quarters, touring each other. It's going to get wild. I think we'll probably have a green-white checkered out of this. I feel like there's going to be a lot of moving around in the pack. Do tires really mean that much is the question for less than 10, you know? And it's so, we've seen it's hard to make a pass here. And Hayes is going to take the bottom.
That's a lot of cars to get through. I mean, 7 cars stayed out. If it had been 2 or 3, it definitely would have been the right call to pit. But
7, man, you need a lot of things.
This is going to be very interesting. I mean, Hatchell and Hutton are not easy cars to pass. Ronas has been very solid. Bailey Turner's been as quick as anyone out here. And then Brody Hayes, one of the more dominant cars tonight.
Turner's still another win is the question. Turner hasn't led one singular lap tonight.
Yeah, started 7th. He's been up in the top 5 basically all race long, but he just hasn't found the race lead.
I don't think anybody other than Brody Hayes in the top 5 has led a lap tonight.
Yeah, I think you're right, because Hatchell's been, you know, mired in the back for quite a bit of this.
Yeah.
Hutton has just been at the back half of the top 10. Ronas has quietly made his way forward, but hasn't been there all race. Here we go. See what they can do to challenge the 10 of Brody Hayes. And the fresh tires, they'll be coming through the field here. It'll be 9 laps to go. Brody Hayes leads them into the restart zone. Good jump.
Darn.
Tire spin from the 24. Brody
Hatchell,
Hayes.
not a good restart. Golly goes down in front of Hatchell. Hatchell sends him. Oh, look at Joshua Banks all the way on the bottom. He's going to get loose on the transition. He's going to do it. Look at the 3-4 wide almost. Baffert making time up on the top. He takes Hutton and Hatchell 3 wide. They jostle for position in the back. Baffert all the way up to Turner. He moves. Baffert moves Turner. Turner brake checks him.
Here comes Yusuf, though.
Hatchell. Oh, Turner's about to get turned.
No pun intended.
Oh, I know, it goes right down to the bottom. Right dives it all the way to the apron.
He makes it stick somehow.
Oh,
And there goes no. And Ronis was flying right there. He made it to 3rd on the fresh tires. Or sorry, Yusuf Ghali, rather. But
Ghali restarted 8th on old tires.
Oh, you're right.
3rd. Jeff Wright is the first car in 4 tires with Baffert and Banks. Let's see what happened here. Willie Nelson dove it in there.
Oh, man.
Oh, and he washed up and hit the 29. And up into the wall goes Knupp.
Of all the issues for the 29 tonight, I mean, he's been sliding all over.
So long into the last restart. Or saying the last restart now, but ooh, man. Jeff Wright on 4 tires on the outside is going to be tough. Oh, man. Bailey Turner was not happy with Ben Baffert. Baffert was just beating in that back bumper.
Now this is interesting. I think Brody's going to have to take the bottom for sure, right? Angelo Ronis, he'll have to hope to box. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought he was on fresh tires the way that he just drove by those guys.
He had an amazing restart up on the outside. Dove it down under Hatchell, who restarted 3rd, and just, well, everybody washed up. Golly went right on through. Great restart. He's in a good position. He hasn't, I don't know if anybody's shown the pace that Hayes has had tonight over, any of the guys on older tires. Should have, I think, a 3-lap shootout here under regulation. Then if a caution were to come out there, we go into overtime or green-white checkers, which I believe we get only 3.
How about Jeremiah Vincent back on the lead lap?
Wow. After the race he's had, how about it?
You want to know how many pit stops he has made tonight?
How many?
He's made 9 pit stops in this
9
race.
Pit stops.
The only person.
Made 9 pit stops.
Dane Cruz has made 10 stops in this race, and he is 15th in the race. So.
Parker has made 9, and he's in 9th.
Wow.
Hatchell's made 8. He's in 8. He has 8 stops.
Jeff Wright's made 7 stops, and he's in 4th. But he's got.
4th. He could win this race.
He could. I mean, he was not confident in his speed. He qualified well though, and he's obviously had the race pace, but he's made issues or made some mistakes.
All the top 4 have not won a race in their careers that have counted. Ronis won the Clash, but in my book, that doesn't count. It's a
exhibition race.
Exhibition event.
Yeah, we'll see if he can do it here. He's been the bridesmaid so many times. But it's time to step up here.
He's going to have to get rough here, I think, to make anything happen here.
Not really Angelo's style either, right?
But you're racing for a win. I don't want you to race. I'm not advocating for rough driving, but I think that's the only way he's going to have to get to Hayes. Maybe give him a bumper, move him up the track. I think the guy in the best position there is Yusuf Ghali. But then again, Wright, Baffert, Banks is going to be on the inside. The inside is going to roll possibly better. Ronis is at a big disadvantage here. The top's going to stack a lot. We've seen it happen all night on restarts.
And what Brody Hayes is hoping for is he wants that white flag, and he wants to be at least 3 or 4 car lengths in front of the next car so that they can't send it in deep enough to get to him. So, he's been real good on these restarts that he's had control over, and we'll see what Angelo can do. He's really going to have to be perfect here.
I expect Wright and Baffert to be in that 3rd lane that they're running right now. We're going to be 3 wide off the corner. Will they wreck? We'll all have to wait and find out for that one. But Banks, I can already assure you, is going straight down to that apron, and they're going to wash back up. because he did that the last restart. He's in a much better spot here this time. Oh man.
Hold
This
your
is
breath,
gonna be-
everybody.
hold your breath. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting restarts. First wins on the line, Brody Hayes, Angelo Ronas, Yusuf Ghali, Jeff Wright, but also first wins of the season on the line other than Bailey Turner and Adam Cabot. Who can be the third different winner tonight? Pace Truck going to pull off into pit lane. Control car, the 10 of Brody Hayes. He's off and away. What a restart for the 10. He gets away from the 21 of Ronas.
And it is on back here.
Banks down to the bottom, washes up the racetrack.
Here comes Jeff Wright, though, to the top side. Can he clear Yusuf Ghali?
Oh, Ghali gets loose. Oh, they're wrecking in the back. 3 wide, Cabot. Shackelford.
Oh!
And he gets hit. Caution comes out, and we're going to overtime.
Oh, man, they almost saved it. He had the death wobble going, though, and there was no saving that.
And into the garage. These cautions are killing Brody Hayes.
Oh, yeah. Take a look here what happened. It was Skylar Shackelford and Adam Cabot that came together here as they went 3 or 4 wide even at some points in this corner here. Out of the turn, the 12 down low, 17 in the middle, Hutton up high, just 17 pinched him down, and then Hutton got slammed into the wall.
They
And
tried
then
to save it, and then it hooked in
Oh.
Alan Dice.
Oh, and they
Sturgill
stacked.
cutting up, and then I believe that's Sullivan in the grass. Oh, McGarvey.
I think they saved it for the most part
They
back
saved
here.
it. Oh,
Oh, yeah, then McGarvey went for a big slide right there. He hangs on to it.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, it has just been absolutely wild out here at the Magic Mile tonight. Brody Hayes, he's gonna have to wait for at least one more restart to try and take the victory here in the 48, one position closer than he was on that restart, as well as the 23 of Ben Baffert. They're both gonna be in row number 2, exactly what Brody Hayes did not want to see.
Yeah, right behind him. Unless he chooses the top, but either way, he chooses bottom or top, he's gonna have a guy on fresh tires right behind him.
And it looks like Kyle Payne will get the lucky dog here. And that's going to put him 1 lap down.
Yep.
Maybe back to the...
He's back in the lead lap. Very possible for what this restart might happen. You know, what might happen in this restart.
Alan Dice is done for the night, so that'll be a position for Kyle Payne.
Yeah, and Shackelford done as well.
Yeah, Shackelford done. Still positions available. AJ Stravato is done for the night. Chris Samard and Michael Sturgill, Nick Gardner all rolling out there. We get a couple more attempts at green-white checkers. Those guys could actually gain a couple spots.
Yeah. 10 cars out of the race, 11 with Shackelford.
Not what you'd expect a race of attrition here at New Hampshire, but 36 starters in this one, and we have 18 on the lead lap right now.
Wow.
So 2 more, 1 lap. Well, really just Kyle Payne 1 lap down. Everybody else either out or multiple laps down.
Let's see, Dice is out. Let's see, Nick Gardner, I believe, the only one.
Yeah, Sturgill, Samard, those guys. 7 laps down, 11 laps down, 12 laps down. Stravato out. Looks like, yeah, he's called it a night here. 20 laps down. I don't think he can gain any positions.
Yeah, I don't think he will be able to.
I think he's done. I think he might have lost the engine as well, or something like that, but
Yeah.
he's pulled it behind
He was
the
going
wall.
to keep him out, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting. All right, so now where does Brody Hayes choose? Does he choose the bottom? Does he choose the top? Bottom seems like they've had the best restarts. He's going to choose the top.
Oh boy, he's gonna have Ben Baffert right there behind him.
Boy.
That's
Oh, boy.
gonna have to.
Probably not the best guy I would want behind me, at least in terms of speed and aggression.
Yeah. Well, we know he's got both of those things in that 23 car. Sometimes a little bit more speed than sense at times, but we'll see what he can do to keep it clean. You know, I just don't see that happening.
Will he give
But
him the bumper is the question.
I think that's a guarantee. I don't think that's a question. But he's got to get close enough. You know,
He's
and
going to have the best opportunity here on this restart. 4 different teams up on the front at the front here.
Look at Joshua Banks in sixth,
Banks is-
too. Yeah. Racetrack lights are off.
Huh.
Green, white,
We got-
checkered attempt number 1, correct?
Number 1.
Yeah, here we go. Brody Hayes, Angelo Ronis, and leads him into the zone. Good jump there. Great jump by Ben Bafford to try and get second away. He'll be side by side. Angelo Ronis is going to have to send it in the corner. Here comes Yusuf Gali.
With a send, 4 wide. Oh, there's contact with Gully.
They go 5 wide.
That's not gonna work.
Cabot goes around.
Turner, Tabor, Canup, everybody wrecking down the back.
That was never going to work. The 17 really at the heart of that one. The Magic Man trying to make magic happen, and it all went haywire right there.
Wow. That was a standing half, but man.
Yeah, that was never going to stick. Let's take a look here.
Boy, after all that happened, it looked like Bafford and Ronis made contact. They both slid up, and Jeff Wright and Joshua Banks got to second and third. But
Take
yeah,
a
look
look
at here. 4, and then they go 5 wide. And at New Hampshire, that just doesn't work. Hatchell slides up into Cabot, into Turner, into Golly, and then Tabor gets spun off the 29 into the 42.
Wow.
Sullivan, they got up into the wall, but other than that, looks like he kept it clean. Somebody else spinning. I can't read the number.
Oh, man, Jeremiah Vincent. Big hit at the end there.
The top
he's
5
broken.
in points have all been involved in a wreck today. Put that out.
Yep. I think they're pretty much all out. Except for Adam Cabot.
Yeah, Cabot.
Bailey Turner still out there in 13th.
I didn't look at Seth Hatchell. Might have been the only guy.
He got involved in that one too,
right,
but he's
Jeff
been involved.
Wright.
Yeah.
Jeff Wright. They've all been in wrecks. I think the top 10 have all been in a wreck today in points. No, never mind. I changed that. Everybody in the points has been involved in a wreck today. The whole field's been involved in a wreck.
Has Angelo been in anything?
Angelo's the only car in points that has not been in a wreck.
He's up here fighting for the win. Got those old tires.
Brody Hayes still holding on.
We only get 3 attempts here, so
Yeah, should be attempt number 2. Where will Hayes go is the question now. He showed he wanted to go to the top. Does he want to go to the bottom this time?
we pick
I
it
think
next
either
time.
way, he'll either he's going to have again another car with fresh tires behind him. Does he want Bafford behind him? Does he want Wright behind him is the question. Dylan Parker is up to 6th.
Wow, that is incredible. I mean, he has been around
Cruz
4 or
is
5
up to
times.
9th.
We've had 17 cautions here tonight, 11 lead changes. Right now, Brody Hayes leading, hoping to take his first career win in his 4th career race, the Below the WO Premier Series. Every driver who's won this season has been a new winner.
Yes.
This season. Cabot with 2, Bailey Turner with 1.
I think you mean a first-time winner.
First time winner, I should say, yes.
Well, if the trends are going anywhere, unless Bafford were to win, looks like there's going to be a new winner. Hayes says he's taking the top.
Yeah, Bafford is the only one in the top 6 who has won in this league before. Right?
Hatchell, Hutton, and Bafford are the only guys in the top 10 that have actually won a race in this league.
And I think they're the only ones still running other than Bailey Turner and Adam Cabot. Well, I guess Jeremiah Vincent, Nick Gardner. Well, I think Jeremiah's out. Nick Gardner is still running. DeMart is still running. But yeah, I mean, of those in competition for the win tonight, yeah, there's only a handful with wins. So
This is going to be interesting. I think Hayes is a really good shot. As long as he doesn't have Wright or Bafford or Ronis on his bumper, he should have a good shot.
just got to be perfect once again.
Perfect laps.
Here we go, Brody Hayes, the 10 car. He's led over 60 laps tonight. How he would like to cap it off with a victory. Guess have to survive 2 more times around. Leads them back to the restart zone. And a nice jump right there. Good jump for Jeff Wright, who's been really pretty much on top of it with the restarts. He's going to race down into turn 1. Look at Joshua Banks, sends it 3 wide down to the apron. Can't get alongside, though. Now gets alongside Baffert as they race off of turn number 2 out in front. It is Hayes by about 6 car lengths. Can he hang on?
A lot of juxtaposition mid-pack. Can Jeff Wright on fresh tires run down the 10? 20 lap older tires. Baffert up the racetrack.
Brody Hayes. White flag, there it is. Brody Hayes, he's got 3, now 4 tenths down into turn number 1. Right, though, he's not going to give up. Here comes Joshua Banks. Ronis goes way up the racetrack. Brody Hayes leading out of turn 2. Big bobble from, that was Dylan Parker.
Oh, big bobble from Baffert. Baffert puts a block on Hampshire.
Around goes Golly.
But up at the front, not going to be enough. Right up the racetrack. But his first time ever, Brody Hayes is going to be a BTDY winner, and his first win comes at the Magic Mile.
What a win for Brody Hayes. Joshua Banks sneaks out second right there. Jeff Wright comes home in third. Angelo Ronis fourth. Baffert finishes fifth. And how about Seth Hatchell? Somehow gets to 6th at the end of that thing. Well, neither of our picks panned out, but their teammate got to victory lane for his first win.
I'll tell you, he was a sleeper on Thursday. He had such good speed. And I just had a feeling he was going to be up there. Did I think he was going to win? No, but would you consider this a shock? If not, I don't really consider it a shock, but I consider it unexpected. But Brody Hayes is a winner in the Below the WL Line Cup Series, and he's about to burn it down on the front stretch here at New Hampshire. Magic Mile, and it's magical for a reason. First win.
He survives all the chaos here. Started 10th, leads 66 laps on his way to the victory here, holding them off on all of those restarts. We'll interview him and the rest of the top 3 in just a few moments.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader. Known as the nurturing reader at New Jersey street fairs, you can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today.
Back at the racetrack now, we're going to be pulling in our third place finisher here tonight. That is Jeff Wright, driver of the number 48 machine. Jeff, this is Adam and Alec in the VSPEED booth. You got a copy?
Yep, got a copy.
Hey, man, you gave it all you had there at the very end. You had the fresher tires, just not enough time to make all the moves you needed. Started fourth tonight, led a few laps, and, man, you went up and down throughout the field quite a few times. You end up here in third. How does it feel to get a solid finish out of tonight?
Yeah, it's great to get a good finish. A little bummed, though, we didn't, get that win because we were in a pretty good spot to do so. I thought we were going to be in a really good spot once Brody had taken the top there in the last restart, and we were fourth. So I thought I was, if I could just stay on his bumper into the corner and try to get clear of Ben and Angelo, I think it was, that I have a really good chance to maybe go get that win. But Brody just he drove a great race there at the end. I thought I was going to have an advantage on him. I thought I was going to gain quite a bit on him in the center corner, and I really just didn't. We stayed about even with him. I think he even pulled away a little bit. So a little disappointed we didn't get that win, but with the way we practiced, I think we were like 25th in practice on the speed chart, so I didn't feel too good coming into tonight's race just in terms of my speed, but I was surprisingly able to get a good Q spot, and then just like you said, it was just up and down day. We drove to the lead at one point, we got sent to the back, came back up to the front, so it was a battle, but after all that, I'll gladly take a top 3.
Yeah, definitely a chaotic race, and a lot of drivers up there in the point standings had issues. You come in 6th place or 7th place in the standings, probably going to gain a couple spots because of the solid finish. And we go to Iowa next week. How do you feel about going out there?
Yeah, Iowa's a fun track. This car's been a learning curve for me. I don't have a ton of experience in this car, so when we go to tracks that I really like, I just don't know how it's going to react to driving the new car because I just don't have a whole lot of experience doing so. But usually short tracks are tend to be better tracks for me versus some of the other type of tracks we go to. So, yeah, I hope to go to Iowa and maybe come home with another top 5 like today. That'd be great.
Yes, sir. We'll see if you can continue the solid finishes here to start the season. But 3rd place tonight, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'll just give a shout out to the team. They didn't have a very good run today. They just they got a lot of bad luck. So they were all still hanging around and cheering me on at the end. So that's awesome to have a group of guys like that behind you, even when their race doesn't go so well. I think actually all the rest of them all got caught up in a wreck, Reggie, Michael, and Eddie. So they all stuck around. They were cheering for me there at the end, but just come up a little bit short for them.
Definitely a great run, though, and made it exciting for us there in the closing moments. But congrats on the P3, and we will catch you next week.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Good job, Jeff.
Appreciate it.
3rd place finisher, Jeff Wright. Incredible race for him coming up and down through the field. Now we go to 2nd place finisher, Joshua Banks, and Alec, I believe you're with him.
I am with him. Joshua Banks, Alec Martinez, Adam Bacon, the VSP booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, man, I know it was up and down. We talked to Jeff. You and him had a little contact early. But both of you fought from to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back, to the front. Take us through your race, man. And I know you had a lot of speed, man, and you come up one spot short, but what did you need to get there at the end?
Another lap. Literally, if I had just one more lap, we would have raced 10 and got to him and probably would have raced him for the win there. But, I mean, it's part of racing. I mean, everybody's racing hard, and we've got a lot of really good guys here that can really do good, and it's just tough, and everybody's trying to get every spot they can get. And the way the race was tonight, it was pretty much a caution fest. So you couldn't really let the runs play out and see who could really do good long runs. So everybody was just jockeying for positions, and it was just crazy and hectic. It was fun, but a little stressful and a little disappointing at the end.
Yeah, well, before we go, I want to ask you, again, we had a short track tonight. Or we had a short track tonight, but then next week we go out to Iowa, a more wide track, more bumpy. How do you feel about going out to there?
I love the track. It's just, I know some guys are a lot better at it than I am. There's some things there that I need to learn, and hopefully this momentum we have tonight can carry over there into Iowa. We'll have to see. I mean, it's a good track. I like racing it. Can have multiple grooves depending on how the set goes, and we'll just hopefully come out pretty good. Like I said, keep the momentum going.
For sure. And before we let you go, man, anybody want to give a shout out to?
Well, first off, you guys up in the booth, y'all do an awesome job with the broadcasting, so thank you guys so much for what y'all do. Shout out to the admins for putting on a great league. This is my first time with these guys, at least with this league, some of these guys I've raced against, but with the league, it's first time. So they are awesome. And I appreciate all the work they put into this league. It's very good. And then on the tail end note, if nobody knows about me, I do YouTube, Banksy the iRacer. If you want, go check me out. I post the streams of these races on my perspective. So if you want to check that out, it'd be greatly appreciated.
For sure, man. We'll give you a shout out, maybe give you a subscription from our VSPEED account. So, again, congratulations on second place, man, and we'll see you next week in Iowa.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it.
Have a good one, brother.
All right, that second place finisher, Joshua Banks, up and down night for him. Another driver who was up here all race long and took his first career win. That's going to be Mr. Brody Hayes, the number 10 machine. Brody, this is Adam and Alec in the VSPEED booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, they didn't make it easy on you here tonight to get that first career win, but, man, you drove a heck of a race, had a lot of speed in that 10 machine, and you hold them all off. How does it feel to get it done?
It was a tough one. I knew I had speed going in. I've always been pretty decent at New Hampshire. There's a lot of good guys in this league, so I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I was a little off on long run speed. However, we didn't have a lot of long runs tonight, so it really didn't come into play. But the restarts there at the end, I mean, those guys made it tough. I knew they were coming on tires, but I mean, all in all, I'm glad to get my first win with these guys. It's a tough group, tough league to win in. So to get that knocked out in this my fourth race here feels pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. It's really cool. The first 4 races have all been new winners, or first-time winners, rather, and all rookies. So you add your name to that list of prestigious winners here in the league. We go to Iowa next week. You think you can go back-to-back out there?
Yeah, I mean, Iowa's fun. Multi-groove racing. It's bumpy, and I mean, these next-gen cars, they get upset by the bumps, so that's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Short track racing, I'm hoping it's a little more spread out than it was tonight, allowing a little bit more passing. You know, so people aren't running each other over. Maybe the top group will come in. It's happened there before, so it'll be exciting nonetheless. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to see if you can go back-to-back there. But, man, dominating performance, really. Once your teammate Keith Mayato had his issue and got the penalty, you took over from there, leading 66 laps, and never really looked back. You were racing it up with all of those guys for the entire rest of the race. Congrats on the race win. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll give a shout out to some buddies from back home that, you know, stick around on Tuesday nights to watch this. Thank those guys, and thank the VSPEED team here for bringing me on this year. A lot of good guys on that team, so I appreciate them and, you know, everybody allowing me to be a part of this. And thank you guys, you know, for a good broadcast, awesome broadcast that you do, and we'll go get them next week.
There, we'll see if you can go get them in Iowa, in the cornfields out there, but already tamed this short track here in the Monster Mile. Congrats again, and go celebrate.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Congrats, Brody.
Thank you.
Brody Hayes, race winner for the first time here in the Below the Double Yellow Premier Series. Congrats again to him. And what's that?
Seems to be the trend tonight, or
Yeah.
this year. New winners, new first-time winners. Kind of a lot like it has been this year, the Real Cup Series. But we talk about the competitiveness week in and week out. We've seen our familiar faces up at the front, but we haven't really got a grasp on who the real dominator is of the season yet. We know Adam Cabot has won twice this year, but both were in spectacular at the end last lap passes. So this year it's been crazy. I'm looking forward to getting out to Iowa. Iowa is going to be fun. It's going to be different, like Brody mentioned, the bumps, the different lines. It should be a little more multi-groove than here at New Hampshire. But I'm looking forward to it, and I think it'll be a good race out next week out in Newton and in the cornfields. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite tracks. I love going out there, and the racing is always spectacular, and I'm sure these guys will not disappoint. But tonight's race here at New Hampshire, the Sailor Tarot Magic 150, 17 cautions in total, 11 lead changes, and Brody Hayes able to hold them all off on those restarts at the end of the race. Takes his first career win. Joshua Banks will come home in second. Jeff Wright finishes in the third spot. Angelo Ronas comes home in fourth. Ben Bafford comes home fifth. Seth Hatchell will finish in sixth. Eric Hutt in seventh. Dylan Parker eighth. Luke Knupp in ninth. And Dane Cruz will round out the top 10.
Willie Nelson will start and finish in 11th. Kyle McGarvey 12th. Dallas Sullivan 13th. Kyle Payne, great rebound for him. He'll come home in 14th. Adam Cabot 15th. Henry Tabor in 16th. Yusuf Ghali 17th. Bailey Turner 18th. 19th Jeremiah Vincent. And running out the top 20, Nick Gardner.
21st was Alan Dice. 22nd, Michael Sturgill. 23rd, Skylar Shackelford. 24th, Chris Samard. 25th, AJ Stravato. 26th was Jeremy Miller. 27th, Keith Mayato. 28th, Dennis Fairclough. 29th, Eddie Trejo. Rounding out the top 30 tonight, Ryan Gemmel. 31st was Zach Carr. 32nd, Reggie Ortega. 33rd, Sartaj Maan. 34th, Eric Lambert. Matt Zwack comes home 35th. Rough night for him. And Jordan Brockel will come home in the final position, 36th. Huge field tonight and a race of attrition. We only ended up with, 17 left on the lead lap and probably just around 20 running at the end of this race. But, man, this season has failed to disappoint. We've had exciting finishes each and every week. This one no different. Another new winner, making a name for himself here in this league. And
gotta give him credit. Gotta give him credit. And, Brody's been up there at least at Pocono he was up there, but tonight, man, he was on a different level. And, again, congrats to him. And I believe that's a V-Speed car winning. So, love to see it for the V-Speed logos on the side of the car. But, man, what a great race. Again, I know it was a lot of cautions, but the racing action was far from boring, I can tell you that. So,
yes, sir.
I'm looking forward to getting out to Iowa. It should be hopefully a little more clean. But man, the great field sizes, the great racing all around, man. I love it, and just thankful I get to come up here and do it. Thank you, Adam, for letting me get to do it. And thank you to all the fans that tune in and watch, man. We appreciate it, and we hope you enjoyed it. We hope you see it next. Stick around for next week.
Yes, sir. If you did enjoy watching tonight, make sure to like and subscribe. Check us out on social media as well, where we post announcements before we go live each and every week. We'll be back Thursday night with the season finale of the BMW Car Club of America National Capital Chapter Series. They're in the M4 or the GT4 machines, and that is race 10 before we go on a little bit of a break with that league. So tune in Thursday night for an exciting one from the Hungaroring, and then we'll be back next week from Iowa in this series. Make sure to check out the sponsors in the race description for the series and tonight's race. We thank you so much. Have a great night.